Tonight's topic is it wrong to leave your kids a whole fortune? Well, recently Warren Buffett has announced that, but he's been talked about it. But tonight we kind of want to go through why he's leaving his kids out of his will, or not leaving them out, but not leaving them all the billions, all the jets, all the companies that he now owns through Berkshire Hathaway. And so if you're just now joining, this is an episode of the Black Wealth Rebel Show, our Financial Freedom Friday show. What's up, Jimmy?
What's up, good brother?
How are you, man?
Oh man, listen, I'm excited to be here, man. You know, this is for us on By the Hood, right? This is we revamped since becoming the Black Wealth Rebels, but this would be 200 Fridays that we've been on live, man. Right now, everything is about the Black Wealth Rebels as we move forward, and we are got an amazing giveaway tonight. I'm excited about the giveaway. But folks got to understand there's rules to the giveaway. You did.
There's rules to the giveaway. There's rules to the giveaway. And you know what? I don't have the rules. I got to get the rules to the giveaway.
It was simple, man. Yo, go to YouTube, subscribe to the Black Wealth Rebels YouTube channel.
Okay.
Instagram, TikTok, and most of all, our Patreon. Like we got multiple tiers on our Patreon. You can get it at blackwealthrebels.com. Those are the things you got to do. Put in the giveaway. I got the big key right here. Unopened. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be, it's going to be a nice episode, man. We got a lot of we got some fun stuff to talk about too.
Yeah, we do, man. We don't want to just be serious and doubting Debbie's all the time. We want to have a little bit of fun too. Well, a lot of bit of fun, honestly. And people may not know this because everybody thinks I'm like super serious all the time. I'm a goofball as well, so it's always about fun for me.
Yeah, man. Yo, shout out to young Cameron, man. Cameron is in the building, man. That's our young buck, man. Amazing young gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Just went away to school. Cameron, how are you? How's school?
I don't see that.
Yeah, Cameron Ellis, man. Let me see if I can put some.
Yo, what a name. What a name. What a name.
I mean, yeah, maybe y'all can or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
We all can. We all family anyway.
That's right. Jamil, what up, though?
But shout out to JT Coins. We starting out with a bang, baby.
Super chat. What up, JT?
$1.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Hope you are well. Hope you're enjoying this holiday season and spending time with the family.
Yeah, that's important.
Yep. So I really don't get into the holiday slander. I might make jokes every now and again. I recognize them for what they are, though. And at the end of the day, we can never lose by spending time with family, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is, now that we got this new election, people are dismissing their family too, though, over who they voted for.
Yeah, politics as usual.
Exactly. So let me get a second and get these rules up. Jimmy was supposed to tell y'all all the rules. He didn't.
I just told you all the rules. What you mean?
No, that's only a couple of them.
Throw me under the bus, man. Listen, the rules are this. Go to blackwealthrebels.com. Subscribe to our Patreon. We do have a free tier. Hopefully you join the paid tier because that's where we got a lot of live classes and things coming. But we have a Patreon, blackwealthrebels.com. The other part of it is YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, right? Go to those Black Wealth Rebels. And by the way, on Instagram, it's the Black Wealth Rebels. Don't forget the THE on Instagram. But everybody else is just Black Wealth Rebels. Hit the follow button. That puts you in, and then when we do the giveaway, I got the joint key. And by the way, the big key is an amazing. I have my own right here. It's an amazing hardware wallet. It's one of the, I got 3 different hardware wallets I use. This is one of the 3. But from a hardware standpoint, this is probably the best hardware wallet that I've ever used. And then, by the way, I did a whole video on this, so you can go to YouTube and check it out. When I did a review on the Big Key myself, but here's what it looks like when it's outside the box. But of course, whoever wins, you're gonna get one that's unopened. You know what I'm saying, in the box. But this is what it looks like when it's outside the box. This is my personal joint, so it's fire. And for those who don't know what a hardware wallet is, it's cold storage. So when you buy from a crypto exchange, you're not leaving it on the exchange, right? Not your keys, not your cheese is one of the things that we say in the Bitcoin space, because if you still have it on the exchange, you're not taking self-custody. Take self-custody, you know what I'm saying? Use a Big Key, and Big Key is not paying us for this. But my brother Omar, shout out to Omar, because Omar got put down on Bitcoin years ago because he's one of the people that was a student and actually listened. And he was so excited by the last run because of where he is now that he was like, I got to find a way to thank you guys, and here is a way, because he knows we like to give away stuff. So he's sponsoring this. So shout to that brother. Oh man. And also shout to him for being someone that listened, because we've been in the Bitcoin street since 2016 when it was less than $1,000. And a lot of people just ignored us, called us crazy. You know what I'm saying? Omar's in the building too. I see him in the comments, man. So salute to O, man. We appreciate you, good brother. And we are going to give this giveaway tonight, man. Somebody's going to have a brand new BitKey, which is dope. Also, we're going to give away some Bitcoin as we do every Friday. So we're going to give away Bitcoin and a BitKey. You can't win both. You know what I'm saying? So somebody thinking they're going to win both. No, we want to have 2 winners tonight. Somebody going to win the Bitcoin. Somebody going to win the BitKey. But we're going to have 2 winners. So, just stay tuned, Kamari, did you find it yet, bro?
I got it.
Okay, I'm just making sure, man. I knew what you was doing. You put me on the Summer Jam screen so you can go and do your searching. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you ain't got on the tutu. I didn't do you like J Dead Prodigy.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Although I don't know if anybody has a picture, but I was in a recital at a dance school when I was a kid, though. But
you had on the tutu?
I didn't have on the tutu, dog. I had on the suit. So I don't know if folks know this. My family actually owned a dance studio, one of the biggest dance studios in the city. It was called La Charreterie, right? It was uptown. It was on Bone Road initially, then it was on Germantown Avenue. We had 2 locations. It was a kind of a big deal. A lot of folks know about La Charreterie. I mean, so I'm not familiar. If you ever heard of it though, but a lot of folks have heard of it. It was one of the biggest schools. So I kind of got forced into it, but I didn't get forced into it. I got bribed. So the La Cher, which was the, right, La in French, right? So Cher is my
smooth.
So Cher is my aunt Cheryl, and Terry is actually my mother's name, Terry, T-A-R-I. So it was, so it was a family business. I say all that to say, if somebody got them picks, man, keep them to yourself.
So is this jazz, hip hop,
everything,
ballet,
man. African ballet? Like my aunt was an official, and she still is to this day. Like even in her, she's official like a rough with a whistle. So it was a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, our recitals with the Academy of Music. This wasn't no small operation, dog. This was
Yeah, I was major out here in these streets.
I wasn't. I'm just a kid in the family. You know what I mean? And, we talk about family. This is, family.
And so y'all, family, you can't separate yourself. It takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah, man.
All right, but just for everybody who forgot the rules, here are the rules again.
If you're someone who wants to protect your Bitcoin and who wants to use it wherever you go, so you can send and receive anytime, any place, anywhere in the world, and know that when you lose something, because life happens, BitKey's recovery tools have you covered, just like magic. For security and peace of mind, choose BitKey.
All right, so you got to follow all over the place. All right, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and of course, the great destination of blackwealthrebels.com. Now, Jimmy.
So you did all that to kind of repeat what I just said. Like I told you, I had it all covered. You know what I'm saying?
So listen, a young man told me something. You should rechange the name of the title CEO to CRO, to Chief Remembering Officer. So we have to remember often and early, because somebody's going to come and say, hey, where do we go? What do we have to do?
No, and I'm going to repeat it multiple times during tonight's episode. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, those are the only 3 platforms that we have on socials, Black Wealth Rebels, except for Instagram, which is the Black Wealth Rebels, because someone took our page name, bastards. Anyway, but also go to blackwealthrebels.com and join the Patreon. And by the way, that Patreon, we do have a free tier, but hopefully you would join the paid tier. Oh, Brandon could have got a couple months already, but shout out to Brandon Griffin with the super chat.
Whoa. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Oh, man, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. So, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
I know you're off the market.
Mm-hmm.
But did you have rules to dating before you were off the market?
In terms of rules, though, right? So explain the difference to me between rules and preferences.
I mean, are there some things you're just not going for?
For me personally?
Yeah.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Is it a preference or a rule? Like,
both.
So for me, when I was out there, like listen, I'm I'm attracted to people's minds, right? But at the end of the day, one thing I wouldn't go for, I didn't. It's just a personal thing, so I don't want to get attacked by anybody in the comment section. I didn't like women that smoke, right? So two things, right? I love black women, black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Greatest thing ever.
And but I didn't want a black queen that smoked. Other than that, man, shape, size, you know, we figure it out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to read and write, though. That's what I like. I like smart women.
No, so you're a sapiosexual.
Sapiosexual, yes.
That's what they say.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Nothing wrong with that. Well, I saw a thing moving around the internet today, the interwebs, and I thought this would be an interesting topic.
Let's talk about it.
Is there such thing as overdressed, underdressed? And would that make you stop going out on a date with a young lady if she didn't have on the appropriate?
How honest do you want me to be, right? All right, let's see what you want to show though, brother, because I got some thoughts. I think I know what video you're talking about because I'll be on the internet too. And I saw Chick's response to the ball when he was like, "Look, I think that's what you're talking about, but you know, you can show the video if you want."
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hold on, I'll show you in a minute. I'm having some technical difficulty.
I see GC question. He says, "Any other family businesses y'all own?" What I'll say is this, GC. Some of them I can't talk about on air. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta protect your political connects.
Some of them I can't talk about on air. You know what I'm saying? I got a grandfather who I thought was one thing. I come to find out later in life he was a racketeer, but that's either here nor there. But honestly, yeah, we had a bail bonds business, you know what I'm saying, which leads you to seedy parts of the underworld.
Facts.
Couple real estate businesses with landlords. So, you know, we had some stuff out there, and you know, I'll put it that way.
Whoa, that's not what I had up.
Be careful what you show them, good brother, because I don't want you out here. I don't know what pages you be frequenting, you know what I'm saying, when you ain't talking about black wealth. So I want you to see your search history.
That might be a little funny.
Hopefully you're not searching for no bunny content, because that's going to change the perception of you out in these streets, man. If you are visiting those pages, just make sure we look at, you know, your search history is, you know, some melanated stuff going on there, man.
So wait a minute. If I add bunny content, you wouldn't rock with me anymore?
I didn't say I would rock with you, man. Listen, you are my brother, man. And I love you, man. But what I'm gonna say is I would look at you a little bit different if you out here looking at, you know, what they call pogs and whatnot. You know, I would look at you a little different, bro.
Now it's funny you actually knew the term. So what does that mean, Jimmy?
Listen, what I'll say is this, man. You know, I'm a righteous brother, but I be on the internet, so you know.
You be on the internet. I got you. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
What's up with you, man?
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Normally, well, I told you the other day, I'm out of touch. Clearly, right?
Yeah.
Because normally I would have been had this up, rocking and rolling, and we wouldn't have had no problems. But
yeah, you can. People got some comments about you in the chat, man. They said, "Don't you do a Roland Martin, man?"
Don't do a Roland Martin. What's Roland Martin? What did Roland Martin do?
What hasn't Roland Martin done? You know, no disrespect to the brother, man. Salute to you, but you know.
Listen, I'm a Roland Martin fan.
I wouldn't call myself that. So we on different sides of that, you know.
Okay. Well, we got to talk about that.
I'll never get on the air and talk bad about another brother, but you know. There you go.
Right. It took me a while. Sorry. So I found this scrolling around, and this was a young lady who was getting dressed to do a date. She sent the young man a text that she was going out with, and this is the exchange. Yes, I am already dressed. He says, "Nah, shorty, I ain't going nowhere with you if you're wearing that. What's wrong with it? WTF, I'm grown. It's a certain way you should want to present yourself that ain't it. Trash. I'm good. I have on a dress. What's not presented with it? I'm confused. So I can't say this word. N-words never had an issue spending money on me, regardless of what I wore." I thought that response was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. Enjoy your night, though. W2F, you're weird. ASL. Okay.
Actually, here's the me though. It's like this not even like really a big thing. Like I think they both say, listen, you already know me and my brother Corey. Salute to my brother Corey, who's on a plane literally right now coming back from Houston.
Shout out to Corey.
Yeah, that's why he's not with us right now. He's on his way back from Houston, on his way to Philly. But we, our thing is own your time and space. Go get the book, Own Your Time and Space. But what I'll say is, it sounds like they saved both of themselves time.
Correct.
She's looking for somebody, you know what I'm saying, trying to spend a bag on it. He's, he like, look, this ain't what he's looking for. You know what I mean? I remember a couple years ago, right? Jill Scott was trending because she made a comment in one of her interviews or whatever. And she said that when you get to a certain age and when you date someone, she's like, I'm dating for marriage. And she was like, so after 3 months, if we ain't moving towards that, like I'm done. And everybody went off on her like, oh, what you mean? You can't, blah, blah, blah. But her point was like, she values her time, right? And when you value your time, if that's her vibe and he ain't with that, they save each other time. I don't see what the big deal is. What's the big deal?
So would you go out with this young lady, Jimmy? You haven't answered that question.
So what age are we talking about? Yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's my honest.
That wouldn't be fun. That's not fun.
Do you want an honest answer? The honest answer.
Yes, I always want an honest answer.
All right, so here's the answer, right? My answer is, y'all be tripping in the comments. My answer is this. I probably would have, but I wouldn't. I would be looking at her different. So I don't know if I'll be on my Jill Scott vibe. I would,
Is this the way?
Nah, I would. It'd be more of a. I'd be looking at her more like Kaya. You know what I'm saying? Than Jill. You know what I mean? Like That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it that way. And if you understand what that means, then you understand what that means. That's an answer that's only built for Cuban links.
So damn, I wish I had this clip. So I saw a clip of Adina Howard this week. And Adina Howard's husband said they got divorced because she wanted too much sex. And her big hit was
a freak.
Yes.
Yeah. That was her. Since she made, she was living her raps.
Yes. And so she said they wanted once in the morning, in the middle of the afternoon, and once at night to put her to bed. And she was really about that life.
So this is what Ant said is kind of what I said, but he said it within a couple words when I, give you a whole paragraph. So the thing is, bro, if we're being honest, like certain people you put in certain boxes, right? Whether right or wrong. Specifically, if you're talking about a younger version of me, an older version of me, because the spirit guides me at times. I might have tried to like save her or whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, no, I might have still went out. And
so she had that dress on. You doing the Bible study? Y'all reading the Quran? Y'all meditating? Y'all praying?
No, but here's
no. All right, but you are.
No, here's the thing though. Again, I told you I'm interested in people, so I would have talked to her, try to figure out what makes her think. Like, why are you thinking that way? You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. All right. Well, before we get too far going in the show, I want to say what's up to everybody. Give everybody salutes. So JT Coins is here thank you for the super chat, brother. K Dougie is in the building. Why is that 2007 pick of Umar the pick? You'll see. We're getting to it. What up?
Rochelle, what's good? All right, no, listen. I'm doing for you, good brother, because I talked to him via text this week. He was like, I never win, so it's all random though. Go, bro.
Now, make sure y'all do all the requirements. Follow Twitter. Not Twitter. We ain't got no Twitter.
No, we ain't got no Twitter. We on TikTok, IG, and YouTube.
What up, Rich? Don Johnson's in the building.
Beat on the legend.
Good. I'm glad school's going good. Good.
That's the future right there, man. Salutations, beloved. There's O right there. Salute the O. Giveaway this evening, the Big Key. So salute the O, my Bitcoin brother.
Cool. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Everything I'm working hard to accumulate is for my children.
He's answering the question about the tonight's topic. All right. I envy those with big families. Had a great time with their family. I spent yesterday with the homeless homies copping. Oh, that's dope. Copping cash brands at the Waffle House. That's dope. That is dope. A lot of us, a lot of times, we kind of get in our way and we go down the judgment bag, right, or the judgment lane, and we judge people who are maybe homeless or what they call now unhoused. But you never know a person's story, and you never know if you might wind up in their shoes one day. So don't judge them, just love them. That's all I got.
Yeah, man. That's
All
cool.
right. Again, Brandon, thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, shout out to Owen Rich. They've been in their BTC bag.
Yeah, I appreciate them always sharing what they get, the information.
All right, we got that one.
Yes, sir.
Now I saw
GC another youngin. GC another youngin that's out there doing power moves, man. GC is like getting to it as an investor. He also pulling up in council meetings, giving them his voice. So
nice.
We got all the fire youngins in the comments.
So the chat skipped on me. All right, here we go. On my dating topics. Oh snap! Let's have fun. Yes, yes. Lorraine subscribed. Appreciate you. Okay, Kamari didn't answer the question. What question was I supposed to answer? I might have missed it. Remind me. Getting a little older. All right, subscribe and follow. All right. And yeah, what did Roland do, y'all? Now, I want to say for the record, Roland Martin has covered politics from a Black perspective. I feel better than anybody else out here, except with maybe the exception is the Young Turks. Interesting.
Because the reason that's interesting is the Young Turks, most of them aren't even Black, right?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Correct.
So, man, that's a whole other topic, bro.
Shout out to Mark. Getting sun in Cancun. I'm jealous.
Listen, man, I was just on Instagram, and my man Mark out here showing off, man. He out here on the balcony. All I see is the beautiful background. All you see is his feet on the balcony. First of all, Mark, why? I ain't gonna say that because Mark will say I'm always cooking him on the air, man. I got the 2 socks on you in Cancun, dog. Like, enjoy yourself, good brother.
Because he's a Philly bro. He probably got some things on too.
Philly and New York dudes be crazy, man. Like, I be seeing them on the beach with full trees on. Like,
no, he got them butters. He got them butters on, baby.
Philly dudes going on full butters walking down the beach, like, But shout out to Mark, though, man. That's my brother, man. Nothing but love. All
right, so Lorraine said that dress was trash. Where you going? I mean, she want to have fun. I don't know who's fun or where fun, but fun.
Look, she going on a $40 date.
She trying to rush the process. Let's get to it. Let's skip to the ending. All right, you mean she was performing fellatio? Oh my God.
Jill was trending. She's talking about Jill Scott. She was trending for that too.
She was.
Yeah, Jilly from Philly, man. No, Jill.
She did an awesome job. She painted a great picture. She's a fun girl.
See, that's what I was saying. You put people in boxes, whether right or wrong.
Yep.
And that's another perspective right there. Some people don't want all that attention.
I'm trying to think. Malcolm Gladwell has a great book about coming to preconceived notions about people just based upon first impressions.
Which book are you talking about?
I'll think of it as we go along. Remind me to come back to it.
I'm trying to see which Gladwell book could you be talking about? I know everyone loves that.
I think it's Blink. It's Blink.
Oh, Blink. Okay, yeah.
Blink. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
And so Mark says, no, she's causing a distraction and wanted attention. Right. I was going to say, though, that's dangerous for a man a lot of times because men oftentimes might come at her and try to come at the man at the same time. And people don't think about that. People think they want it until it presents itself. Oh.
That's not wrong. That's absolutely true.
Yep.
Absolutely true.
Absolutely. It's like, be careful. Be careful what you pray for.
That's true for so much, though.
The facts. All right.
What's up, y'all? Farida's in the building. What's good?
Hold on. Shout out to Molly. All right. Farida. Jimmy said, I don't be acknowledging folks.
I want to make sure we acknowledge everybody. Angela's in the building.
Good morning. I do too. Oh, listen, I got more. Don't worry.
As soon as I get back in town, I'm getting the soundboard. Mine gonna be ridiculous though. That might kick me off.
No, because then it's gonna be chaotic. It can only be one soundboard.
No, man, listen, I'm a chill, but I got some wild stuff.
Oh, damn it, Jimmy. I ain't got the clip. Which
one, man? I gave you all the clip, man. Snowbody.
I know.
Black Queens Forever. Yeah. I said black queens forever.
Snow bunnies never. Listen, that might need to be our anthem.
See,
That might need to be our weekly anthem.
those are the clips I'm going to have on my soundboard, dog. That right there.
Okay, I'm with that. I'm with that.
See,
Let's go. Let's go.
It's not all chaos, man. You know.
Well, that is a little bit of chaos, but I'm with it though. I'm with it. Now I gotta find it. All right, so let's keep going. All right, the same. All right, your average logical thinker says the same question you gave the co-host. Would he date that woman, and what expectations did you have while dating? So I might date her, but we not going out like that. And I'm just speaking of experiences with other young ladies who I had a lot of respect for. A friend of mine who is still a friend of mine to this day, we were going out in something a little bit scantily clad. I said, no, we're not going. I was actually there. I said, you have to go change. And she went and changed. Period. The end story. Now, if you're just laying around the house, I ain't got no problem with it. You know.
Okay.
Is the rules in the description? You know what? That is a good question.
See,
I don't think so.
I don't think they are. You can put them on the screen again, but I don't think they are.
I will. That's not a problem. That is not a problem.
If you're someone who wants to protect your Bitcoin and who wants to use it wherever you go, so you can send and receive anytime, any place, anywhere in the world. And know that when you lose something, because life happens, BitKey's recovery tools have you covered, just like magic. For security and peace of mind, choose BitKey.
All right, so subscribe at blackwealthrebels.com. Make sure you follow the Black Wealth Rebels on YouTube. Follow us on the Ticks and Tops, Black Wealth Rebels again. And on Instagram, it's the Black Wealth Rebels, THE, Black Wealth Rebels on Instagram. So, before Jimmy throws me under the bus, I forgot the on this.
I said it earlier. Listen, man,
It's funny, I changed it.
I was not going to throw you under the bus, good brother.
No, but I did change it. I just never got a chance to update it. So that's my bad. That is my bad.
All right, real quick, Kamari. Let me share something for a second.
Okay.
See if it lets me share. Can you see my screen?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Oh, you got it. Hold on. I see what you got.
All right, so let's go.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
All right, so
now, Jimmy, if you'd have waited just a moment,
black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Black.
So, I had to bring the file in, man. But listen, that's Umar's greatest accomplishment. I'm sorry. He puts it down. He puts it down right there. And I agree 1,000%. And by the way, I'm not doing pause with you anymore, Jimmy.
You don't have to, man. You got.
Why did I need to say pause for that?
Umar puts it down. Hey, yo, come on.
Black queens forever. So listen, context clues will save your life.
Yeah, but there's different ways you could have said that.
No. All right.
Anyway, man.
So, all right, I meant to put this up. XRP gangs in the building.
No, take that down, man. We don't do that, man.
Why not, Jimmy?
No shit coins, man.
Jimmy done went crazy on the content, y'all. He made a no shit coins video the other day. I need that. It's like,
No, man,
yeah, she turned a trick.
I gotta be creating every day, man. So this is the daily. Although we already posted something, this is we creating every day now, man.
All right, Brock said I just walked in.
Listen, that is a legit excuse, man. That's a legit excuse, man. I might be gonna say anything about that. I get that.
Yeah. You're dressed as a yeah, that's true. Someone probably just took that chick's pics and added some text. You know what? I agree with that. Probably wasn't a natural combo. Yes, I agree.
Hey, listen, man. People we got here got to get this content off, man.
Yep. Just made it for engagement. I agree.
Guess what? It worked because I've seen it on all kinds of sites.
Yes, indeed. Excuse me, y'all.
You know, honestly, yeah, that's true.
I'm built for it, but I'm wearing skin tight to show my. Oh Lord, I'm not reading that, man. Okay, I prefer Young Turk's perspective versus Roland Martin. Roland comes off as a Democrat shill who has a fetish with verbally lambasting black men who doesn't identify with his political allegiance. Now, Jigga, that's interesting because the Young Turks ain't nothing but a leftist movement. That's what they are. But
I don't disagree with him because Roland, instead of having engaging in conversations at times, his first thing is to start clapping at like what black men. I've seen it. So I understand exactly why he says that, right? And you know, I'm not with all the boule nonsense either.
Oh boy, do you know anybody in the boule?
Yeah, Roland Martin. No, listen, I got family that I would consider in the boule, right? But what I'm saying is, you talking about the actual boule, yeah. But I mean, listen, man, I'm a different kind of dude, man.
I'll say this: I think the boule hype is overrated.
Man, Roland Martin looked like he one of them dudes that give scarf handshakes, man.
I don't even know what that means.
Man, listen, man, first off, rest in power to my brother Combat Jack, man. Like, you know, I got that from him.
Hold on. We got to give, every time we mention Combat, Mr. Reggie will say he wants to give him his flowers because I got
that from him. He used to always say, man, like, yo, some of these dudes, you ever met a grown man and you got try to give him a handshake and they give you the little jump. He used to call that scarf handshakes. He'd be like, man, don't trust dudes to give you scarf handshakes, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Don't trust somebody to give you a scarf handshake.
All right, I got you. Hold on. K Diggy said he was listening to the show. All right, so make sure you give K Diggy his props.
Oh, K Diggy, appreciate that, man.
All right, cool.
Actually, no, that really had nothing to do with this show, but that's an interesting conversation. See, Don was with me, you know.
I'm not doing calls. I'm too old to be doing them damn calls, man.
It is what it is, man.
All right, utility coin, not shitcoin, bro. Ooh, got some pushback.
Anything not Bitcoin is a shitcoin. And if you can tell me who your CEO is, it's definitely a shitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got lawsuits. Like, if you in court, like, never mind. All right, we can have that conversation another time, man.
So I want to address this. Roland was paid by a Kamala's campaign, allegedly. So yes, so are other media outlets paid for ads.
So my question is, does he? I don't know because I don't watch his content anymore. So does he openly say that though? Does he admit to that, or is it?
I believe he did. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, if
it was transparent. Yeah.
If you admit to taking the bag, you admit to taking the bag. But you know.
But every other media outlet gets paid. They get paid like there's billions of dollars paid.
No, there's billions of money. But what I'm saying is, do you think that? Let me ask you this question, and I want a yes or no. You respond how you want to respond. Do you think that Roland Martin is objective? That's the answer right there. You no longer have
objective. He's objective. No. He's objective for black people.
Oh, come on, man. That's a cop-out answer.
It's not.
Because I don't agree with that either. Because black people. Now this is gonna sound real corny. Black people are not a monolith, so I don't think that he's objective for black people.
Okay, black people are not a monolith, but guess what? Jews are not monolith either, but they still roll out in force. But back to Jigga. Young Turks blast people, period. They do. Plus, they're way more objective than Roland and can admit that they have egg in their face. Plus, they're hard paws on the Democratic Party. They are. I mean, if you ever watch any of my earlier content, yeah, that's funny.
Yo, shout out to your average logical thinker. Her comments are crazy. I like that. The scarf emoji. I'm gonna use that, man. The scarf handshakes, man.
But if you look at a lot of my earlier content, people thought I was a freaking Republican, and I'm not. And I will often say both the Democrats and the Republicans' platforms are trash. Okay. So,
you think?
Man,
do you think that?
What's that?
The comment you just made, do you think he would get on his platform and say that?
Whose platform?
Roland.
I don't think I'll get on anybody's platform.
No, do you think that he would say what you just said on your platform? Do you think he would say on his platform about them both being trash? Would he objectively say that?
I don't know. But I want to lean and say yes because so here's the real deal.
Okay.
The Republican Party is so trash right now, it doesn't even matter. But we'll get back to that later.
That's a cop-out answer, man. Don't turn on the road.
I said no. I don't think he would.
I know he wouldn't. We all know he wouldn't.
Pause and no Diddy, your tool to say.
Nope.
It's basically wrestling.
Everything is at this point, Rich. The whole world turned into WWE.
Would Black Wealth Rebels accept the bag from Kamala during the election time? I would. I would tell you, and if I'm hell yeah. Listen, it's hard out here for Black media, y'all. Y'all don't realize how hard it is out here for Black media. And so if I'm able to, now Jimmy would probably fight me on it. And then
we like to talk about that because I don't want nothing from none of them. I don't want nothing from none of them.
And if Corey was there, I already told you I'd be jumping me, but that's all the thing. But if that gives us more money to get to y'all in a better way, then yes.
Man, you sound like a drug dealer trying to justify selling drugs. Is what you sound like.
I don't think it's drugs though. I think it's totally
that's what you sound like. You sound like, no, man. How I'm gonna help the poor if I'm one of them? I got to get the money so I can give back. That's what you sound like.
That's not what a drug dealer. A lot of people say that. But guess what? You can't really help the poor if you're one of them. To the maximum. That's to the maximum capability.
I really just want to get off a Jay-Z bar.
I know. You didn't want to get off a Jay-Z bar. You want to get off Jay-Z slander.
No, it's not Jay-Z slander. No. It's not Jay-Z slander, man. What I'm saying is that is how drug dealers justify selling drugs, right? So my thing is this, right? That's the problem, man. Sometimes we don't want to have real conversations.
No, I want to have real conversations
about some of the problems in our community, right? And when you have people justifying, selling dope to their own people by saying that they're going to use the money to give back, Nino Brown gave back, while he was using kids for a shield. But
all right, but that phrase also got repopularized because Steve Harvey said it, and a lot of people had a problem with Steve Harvey and the whole Monique situation.
What's that? I don't even know what you're talking about in terms of that.
No, he said I can't help nobody if I'm poor.
Oh no, I was using the Jay-Z bar. I didn't even know Steve Harvey said that. I was using the Jay-Z bar, man. That was a Hove bar. Matter of fact, Sean Carter. I don't call nobody Hove. FOH.
All right, I'm gonna fact check that down, but I believe you when you say it. I do.
That makes it even worse.
Right, that does make it worse. So I believe in transparency, y'all. I do. Everybody got a price. I was not a Kamala supporter, but if she gave me 10K, shit.
Ho. So are you saying you for sale, man? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling us live on the air, that you can be bought?
No, what I'm saying is I'm a capitalist. I'm a Black capitalist. All right.
So would you take money from the other side?
No, because I believe the other side is straight racist.
You don't believe that? Okay,
I said straight. No. Listen, we're gonna say this for another day.
Straight racist versus racist.
But listen.
Semantics.
How many judges has Biden put up? How many Black judges has Biden put up? How many judges did Trump put up? None. Biden put up a whole bunch.
I'm not taking don't get this wrong. I'm not taking.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm saying at this current time, right now, 2024, the Republican Party is straight trash because they're racist. Out and out racist.
Listen, man. Here's what I'll tell you. I think both of them are racist, right?
They are.
Now that comes from me, right? They're both problematic. I don't want money from none of them. You know what I'm saying? They all can be tossed in the pit of unfortunate, right? They're not for the people. You know what I'm saying?
They all from District 12.
Listen, man. Listen, the good brother Tony Dungy once said, by the way, Tony Dungy has an amazing biography. He said that integrity, right, doesn't come in degrees. Either you got it or you don't, right? Racism doesn't come in degrees. Either you're racist or you're not. It's not straight racist versus they're just a little racist. They do the crime bill. They're just a little this, and they're just straight racist. It's like, dog, I don't want bread from none of them folks, man.
So are we saying we don't believe in growth? And here I have a let me ask you a question.
anything, man.
Okay, we're going back to 1855.
Okay.
All right. The Underground Railroad is intact.
Yes.
Abolitionists are helping slaves get away.
Mm-hmm.
Are you not taking help from them?
From abolitionists?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guess what? There was a lot of racist fucking abolitionists.
That's
nobody
true.
talks about that.
No, it's nuanced, right? There's also a lot
that's what I said. So there's nuance. No. So if there's nuance for the Republican Democrat talk, there must be. If there's nuance for the abolitionist talk, there must be nuance for the Republican Democrat talk.
That's apples and oranges. Bro.
It is not. It is
because
not.
Trying to escape slavery is different than what we're talking about now, right?
Oh, a man granting police immunity versus someone who does not want
right, so we have to add context to this too.
That's
right?
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, listen, I think slavery still exists. I feel like
it does.
Mental slavery, there's a lot going on, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I can compare myself to my ancestors, like literally fighting to not be physically beat, harmed, and I live a way different life on the backs of those people. So me taking help from getting out of that is different than me taking help while we're streaming online. I'm taking money to shill for a party. Come on, man. What are we talking about? You can't compare the two.
We are only one step away from slavery, brother.
I understand that, but what I'm saying.
So wait. So if you can admit we are only one step away, are we really out of the plantation? I would say no. There's still a war. There's still a war. No. There's still a war going on outside.
No, there is a war
outside. So if we
got a war, what I'm saying is, I think it's disingenuous to compare our situation to where we said
it's not.
To our ancestors.
What I'm saying is there's still a war going on outside. People act like there's not a war. You cannot fight a war, let alone win a war, without funds. I always say all revolutions need revenue. You can't do anything without it.
You're talking about a different conversation.
I am not. It's the same.
No.
It's the same.
But I think integrity is important, though, right? First of all, in order to understand that you're at war, you have to first admit that you're at war. Most of us aren't even willing to admit that we're even in a war, right?
But the question was for me, though.
Now, with that being said,
the question was for me.
Well, with that being said, I don't need 10 bands from Kamala. I could pull 10 bands from 1,000 places. What I'm telling you is, my integrity is more important than shilling for any of those folks, right? Kamala, Trump, any of them. So to me, integrity has more value than a dollar bill. So that's where I stand with it. And I feel
hold on. I want to get at this.
Okay.
So Jigga says, what does a black judge mean if you don't have the ear for black issues? Clarence Thomas, who was appointed by Bush Sr., what did his appointment mean? Clarence Thomas is a dark-skinned white man. Let's be clear about that.
Yeah, but right. there's some.
Let me finish. Ketanji Jackson Brown is a black woman who is black. I know people are going to say, well, she's married to a white man.
Yeah, I'll give you my next.
But that don't matter. Listen, she's got a record. Go back and check her record. So who you
lay in the bed with is a political statement.
Listen, what your track record says about your judges, your opinions or your rulings. That's the ultimate statement.
Okay.
There's always been interracial dating since the Bible.
I'm not saying I'm against it. People do whatever they want to do, but don't feel like I can't.
But let's not act like Clarence is the same as Ketanji, because
I'm not saying that. That's not.
Okay, all right. Well,
that's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Again, I think I just said it. Clarence, listen, I don't even want to use Clarence's name on our show. He's so bad.
Here's the thing, though, right? Even if you really want to get into studying and look at Clarence Thomas's now, there's a lot of deplorable things that he stands for, and even him, he's been purchased at this point. But he started out as a rebel.
He did.
And the thing about it is,
but he was a fake rebel.
I don't know about that. I feel like he changed over time, because what happens is absolute power corrupts absolutely. So when you get in certain rooms, people change, right? So some people start one way. I see with politicians locally all the time. They have all the great intentions, but once they get into that position, things change them, right? They have access to other things that change who they are. But what I'm saying is, let me get back to the point that I was trying to make, and you trying to play semantics and really ignore what I'm saying. What I'm saying is to compare.
I'm not trying to ignore it.
No, hear me. To compare taking help from an abolitionist versus taking a check as a Democratic shill is disingenuous and is disrespectful to our elders and our ancestors. Like, it's to me, it's a completely different thing. I would
disagree.
If I'm trying to listen, I've studied slavery to the point where, like, I know how deplorable it was, the conditions it was. I've actually heard the audio of actual slaves and the things they dealt with. And to compare me trying to get on like the internet and talk about topics versus being brutalized and raped and tortured on a daily basis.
You took it from a linear, literal thing. It was meant to be figuratively, right? So the idea is still the same thing.
You can make that figurative.
No. The idea is still the same. Are you willing to take help from somebody who wants to help you win the war? Because ultimately, here's the thing.
But I don't believe they're trying to help us win the war.
Let me finish. Even with the drug dealers, right? Why are black drug dealers different than, let's say, Italian drug dealers? What do they do different? Where the money's going? And I'm not justifying anything, but a lot of times the Italian criminal element feeds their money directly back to the community in some way, shape, or form. That doesn't necessarily happen with black folks. And we're going to talk about the nuances and the differences.
All right, but I don't agree with that either.
Okay, well, look at South Philly. That's all you got to do. And then look at North Philly. And there's other structural things.
Are you kidding me?
There's other structural things. There are other structural things, but they got a whole community down there, and they support.
They are allowed to operate in a way that black folks aren't because of politics. That has nothing to do with what they do versus what they actually do.
Let me ask you a question. Did you read Black Brothers Inc.?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Brothers Inc.
What?
Did I read Black Brothers Inc.? Are you talking about this Black Brothers Inc.? Is this what you're talking about?
For everybody who's watching, he just pulled a me. He tried to use me.
No, I'm just saying.
No, it's cool. I love it. What did they do once they got a little bit of power and a little bit of money?
Listen, I'm gonna watch how I talk about this because
it's very sensitive.
I got family and friends who are mentioned in that book.
That's right.
So it's very sensitive to me. But what I'll say is, and in having conversations with those elders, I realized that it wasn't from, and also you got to understand who wrote that book. Who wrote that book? Edward Griffin was the brother's name?
Yes, it was a white guy.
Yeah, right. You know, what did Nas say on Ghetto Prisoners, man? You know, you want to go to history, but who's the author, right? So keep that in mind too. This is from his perspective.
But hold on, going to PABJ, which I love, Philadelphia Association of Black Journalists, who is cited for most of the material in that book.
No, this one brother cited, but hear me out though. We're still told from the perspective of that, and I'm not saying that his perspective is wrong. What I'm saying is it's his perspective. But I've had conversations with the gentleman that he was writing about. And what I'm saying is, if you talk to any of those elders, and rest in power, because some of them are gone now, they'll tell you that it wasn't for lack of effort. It was for lack of, the fact is they weren't able to operate in that way in a lot of spaces. And to be honest with you, in some parts, they did operate in that way, but it's not publicized, right? When you talk about criminology, white supremacy makes itself felt everywhere, even in criminology, right? When you talk about organized crime, they want to give you the appearance of an Italian mafioso person, right? But it's a lot of organized brothers who even in crime, and crime is bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not justifying any kind of crime, but what I'm saying is, even within criminology, white supremacy exists to the point where they're not able to clean money or move into a more positive light versus how other people are able to do so, right? Everyone openly knows Jack Kennedy and what he was about. Openly knows it, right? To the point where nobody black that had that kind of history would have been able to accomplish what his family did, just based on the structure of how things work, right? So this is the conversation. The conversation that I'm talking about is, when you start to compare where we are now versus where we come from, I don't even like making a comparison. I do understand that there's still issues. There's still a war going on outside. We have a lot of things that we have to combat. But I don't want to make the comparison to my ancestors, because when I study that history, read that history, I'm in a way better place, dog. I'm not even trying to brag, but I'm sitting in my beautiful home right now having a conversation on the internet with you. Like, my ancestors weren't able to do that. So I can't compare taking money from folks to talk about their platform versus getting help from abolitionists. I just thought that was kind of wild. Like, I understand you're trying to make your point, but that, to me at least, I don't know what the chat feels. Everybody watching live, let me know what you think. Is Kamari tripping? That's all I want to know.
So I don't think it's wild at all, but I'm going to come. We're going to have a whole debate about this, but there's some comments in there I want to get to. Don't want to leave the family out. So Don Johnson says it's crazy to throw a black man away because of his difference of politics. If we're speaking about Clarence Thomas, I'm not throwing him away. He threw himself away. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. All right, GC says I'm tripping. Okay.
Thank you, GC. That's all thank you, man. It ain't just me. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine. That's fine. Hold on. What comment did I skip over? I'm sorry. You skipped over my comment about the black right and left commentators in the new black media. I think the black right are crazy, but where is it? Where is it? Let me see. Give me a minute. They roasted Shannon Sharp for taking an interview for Kamala. Apparently, he wasn't paid for it. I know for a fact he didn't vote for her. Wow. How do you know that for a fact?
And you don't know who Ant plugged in with?
I know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, and you don't gotta ruin your political connects to satisfy Kamari. If you know it, you know it, man.
And integrity is objective.
So I understand what he's trying to say. Right?
I know what he's trying to say too.
Yeah, people have different levels of integrity.
It's funny how you can accept what he's trying to say, but when I'm trying to say it, you want to fight me. But it's cool.
Come on, brother. You didn't say it that way. You didn't say integrity is subjective. It's not what you said.
Now, hold on. This is the comment, and I responded to this. Talked about this. I talked about the difference between Clarence Thomas, appointed by Bush, and Ketanji, appointed by Biden, who is being black the whole way through. Not to mention Obama, who appointed Sotomayor. Again, very black-ish, right? She's a PR, so I'm sure some people will disagree with me saying that. Listen, she isn't African descendant. To me, that's black.
I'm not saying anything against the sister. All I'm saying is, I think that conversation is a great conversation because I understand the perspective of what does that do for us as a whole, but I also understand the importance of having someone that looks like you or has your beliefs represent you, right? Because politics is important, judgeship is important.
Representation matters. You always say that.
No, it absolutely does. But I think there's levels to that too, though, right? Sometimes people want to play identity politics.
Stop. Who couldn't be brought down? Tell me who. You bugging now.
No, he's talking about Clarence Thomas. He said he changed over time because he could be bought.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was about to say I misread it. I'm sorry.
I got you, good brother.
Thank you. Because I was about to say his ass is bought and paid for twice over.
90% of black folks vote Democrat, though. They do. I mean, they do. I'm not going to argue with the data. How's that helpful?
Integrity is subjective. If you don't have white privilege, racist, rapists, pedophiles, fraudsters, bigamous, thief, felon, what integrity?
Yeah. She was naming people on Congress.
Facts. And says, I voted for Trump. So if I'm alienated, I understand. I want a safer cash loan country. Plus, I have a family that I drill for in a blink of an eye. Can't keep letting foreigners gangs over here. So, and I'm never going to alienate you. I would ask you a question though. Is police immunity going to keep us safer? I would say no.
You know what's funny about me is, right, this is why my approach is a little bit different, right? So, because I just don't bang with any of them. Because I don't feel like any of them have my best interest at heart. Even with the whole idea of deportation, right? I think it's funny on two different sides. Obama deported way more folks than Trump.
Yes, he did.
Right? So it's almost
okay,
wait, what you want to add? You want to say something else? Add to it.
While Obama deported way more people than Trump, Obama did it in a more humane fashion. Obama never put kids in cages. Trump intentionally put kids in cages because he changed. No. Listen, we're gonna talk about it. David, you just said we don't have honest conversations.
No. But the reason
let's have an honest conversation.
The point I was making wasn't about how humane it was. Again, because you like this sliding scale thing, right? But forget it. What I'm saying is, if you were to tell the average person that, most of them wouldn't believe you because
because they don't research. They're not nerds like I'm a nerd.
His talk was never about, hey, I deported these people. And on the other side, their talk is about, we're going to deport all these people. But The
They
data
pull
shows
the emotional. They pull the emotional heartstring.
they just haven't and didn't deport as many people as the other guy, right? So then when you start talking about like I want to make it safer by getting rid of these gangs, like I mean, okay, but this guy is not deporting as many as the other guy. So a lot of things is funny because I think Rich said it earlier. The whole thing is WWE because when you start looking at actually what happened, it's really about emotions and how they can stir up emotions and make you believe one thing versus the other. I think one job does a better job of doing it.
Well, the Republicans clearly do a better job of
it. I think they're listen, man.
I'll say this, right? While I don't identify Republican or Dem, I can't rock with the Dems right now because yes, they are overtly racist. So what does it look like for me talking about their talk? Has the Democrats done a lot of janky shit? Hell yeah. And I ain't afraid to run away from that either. But when we look at what's going on, it's scary. I know I'm going to be impacted by this whole Department of Education mess. Mm-hmm. I got kids in college. That's going to jack me up. I'm not worried about immigration. The immigrants, I'm more worried about cops than I am about immigrants. They ran that ad, I was like I told you, I was watching Reasonable Doubt, my new favorite show. Jimmy said he put me onto it, so I'll give Jimmy the credit, right? But every time an ad came on, it was this immigrant came in and he raped the 5-year-old 5 times. That sticks with you, emotion. Then Kamala's will come on as nice, clean, and neat. We did this, we did that. But they didn't even really talk about their best stuff. Why didn't they talk about the fact that they appointed all these black judges? Why didn't they talk about Ketanji? Why didn't they go back and say, well, listen, we got all the POCs over here. We got Sotomayor. We got Ketanji. We got the other black judges. They didn't do that at all. So again, they run these campaigns that are trash.
Because the DNC is more worried about this guy's evil versus telling you what I can do good, right? That's the whole thing. Someone had put up a comment about the amount of people that actually voted for Kamala, right? I have a personal opinion that over the last 3 elections, I don't think anybody, well, I shouldn't say anybody, right? I don't want to generalize, but my sample size of people I talk to, they're not voting for any of these people, whether it's the first time Trump won. I think I told you the other day, the last election, I believe, where people actually voted for somebody they wanted to probably was Obama. Since then, I'm voting against the other side, right? And when Biden won, I don't think that was a vote for Biden. I think that was a vote against Trump, right?
That's fine.
When Trump just won, I don't think a lot of that was a vote for Trump. I think it's a vote against the other side. And I feel like that's kind of where we are now.
Because I'll say half the country is racist, at least.
I think 70% of the country is stupid, but that's neither here nor there.
All right, so Rich says Al Capone and them were terrorizing their neighborhoods. I think we romanticized the mafia. I agree.
Absolutely.
You are 1,000% correct. What up, Ant?
Ant, what's really good?
Thank you for stopping by, sir. You listen, y'all, I've been going through these sneezing fits, so if y'all see me step away, it's because I don't want to sneeze in y'all ears. Steve says the Italians were using the labor unions to launder money. Yes.
Yeah, you got to combine that with his next money.
Okay. Then no, that's a fact. That's 1,000% fact.
That's my point.
No.
So we can't say they were doing this and we never did it.
But here's the thing.
That North Philly versus South Philly comment was kind of wild, Kamari. But I'm just letting you know that.
Okay, that's fine. You'll get over it. But here's the thing, right? And because there are black people in South Philly too, right?
Exactly.
Right. So, I mean, I get it. But my point was I was just trying to show the juxtaposition. However, there are drug dealers and people in the underworld that did actually do things in the community.
Did it justify their behavior?
I'm not going to say justify. I'm not going to go down that road, but I'm going to say they did things because what I just said was the Italians did more to solidify their communities.
I don't agree with that either.
I get you. I was making a point, but I will say that black folks did do that, just not at the same level and scale. And when they got organized or tried to get organized, their thing wasn't, let's straight look out for the community. We're going to do our dirt, but let's straight look out for the community. I don't even know if that's possible.
I don't think the other side did either. It just gets to Rich's point. I don't think they do either. Matter of fact, I know for a fact they don't. It just gets romanticized a different way.
Well, it's a known fact and it's documented that the Italians would not allow drugs to be sold in their neighborhoods. It's an infirmity.
No, but that's a lie too. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's romanticized. I know.
That's not romanticized.
Listen, I'm gonna put myself out there for a minute, man. Listen, before there was DraftKings and all these things, man. I was connected to some of those folks because I was betting, right? So, but my thing is this though. I would have conversations with them. I can call them on the phone right now who were in that life.
Okay.
They were definitely doing that in their own neighborhoods.
At
right?
what point?
But what happened is they also get romanticized in the media. In the media,
that's true. But at what point? At what point? In the beginning, they did not allow drug trafficking.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Most of the bosses that got knocked off were getting knocked off because they tried to enforce that rule. Including the old man.
Correct.
Y'all know who I'm talking about when I say the old man. He got his head blown off for that one reason.
But it was also not open air in the same way. That's all I'm saying.
Again, right?
You tell me what block in South Philly is open air like that, even to this day.
Right.
To this day.
Now, who determines whether a block can be open air? Is it the actual people doing the crime, or what? Who allows a certain areas to be open air? Who controls that?
Technically, it's the community because
no, come on, man. Answer honestly, man. Who controls whether areas to be open air?
Can you let me finish?
Go ahead.
It's because they are all one. A lot of times. Now, do they all agree with everything? Are all Italians doing the same thing? No. But what section of the city can you double park without any fear of retribution from the police?
Why are you able to do that?
No, that's my point. That's my point, though.
Because of policing. Who controls the police?
And what do you think happened? But that's a community thing now.
It's not a community thing. We are not able to exercise power.
No. That is a community thing.
Come on, man. That's BS. That is complete nonsense.
Wait a minute. You don't think the community is talking to the police with this?
No. What I'm telling you is
that's what I'm saying.
Can I speak?
Well, I was clarifying.
No, I'm just doing what you're doing. That's all. Certain communities are able to move in a certain way because they're allowed to. If we even ask for something like that, some of us might not even make it to tomorrow. So let's not act like we get treated the same. Do you remember the Rizzo years? Right? He's a South Philly guy, right? What do you think?
He's a straight racist.
Yeah, listen,
straight racist.
We keeping it honest. Because again,
and I'm sure you know a lot of old heads that love Rizzo.
No. Listen, Rizzo. I've had dinner with Rizzo before as a kid, right? Because again, I told y'all a story earlier. If y'all weren't here earlier, y'all missed it about certain things. What I'm saying is, politics, money, the streets all intertwine, right? And by those things intertwining, certain behaviors and certain things are able to operate in a way that others aren't. So even if I have all the intentions of behaving and giving one way and I'm not able to, but we have to look at the real control. We can't just keep pointing fingers at our own people and we're like, look at North Philly versus South Philly. There's context to that. And you can't leave the context out because now you sound like Roland Martin right now. Because the fact that listen, bro, because you can't, what you're doing.
First of all, no. First of all, let's be clear. Black Philly starts in South Philly. That's a fact. You can trace it back. 1700s. Okay. So it wasn't really about North Philly versus South Philly.
But as someone from Philly, I know what you meant when you said that. When you said, look at North Philly versus South Philly, right? I know exactly what you mean when you said that.
So why didn't you explain that then?
There's a section of North Philly that, was not our folks. It was they folks, right? Where Northeast High School used to be down Lehigh Avenue, which is now considered Kensington. And all that used to be considered, the Northeast, but it's really North Philly, right?
Yes, now it is.
Now it is, right?
Yes.
So, but what I'm saying is, so when you say South Philly is able to behave one way, you're speaking about a specific demographic, a culture, ethnicity, right? I get it. I read between the lines.
Okay, but so you just brought up something. What is the culture in the Black communities in Philadelphia? Forget neighborhoods. Is there a culture of togetherness? Is there saying, all right, we're going to make sure, illegal or straight, we're going to make sure that our communities are good?
Where I come from, uptown, yeah, absolutely it is.
I'm from uptown too.
Yeah, but you're from a different part, bro. Where I come from on Hain Street, Dogtown, Well,
Hain Street and Dogtown are different, but go ahead.
No, but listen, I got a mother side and a father side, good brother.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so which one we talking? Haines Street or
funny,
Dog
right? Now it's funny, right? I'm gonna give you some sad context to that because I was just talking about that this morning, right? So I told you earlier, I was like, yo, I ordered my African ancestry, right? So I'm able to trace back the tribe, my family, and all that. I said it's sad because I got excited about figuring that out, but then I finally started realizing, like, yo, I'm actually paying to figure this out. That's actually pretty sad.
It's very sad.
All right, now what does that do? What we talking? I'm bringing it together. Let me bring it together. I said, okay. Because when I think about my family history, I can't trace my family back to any country in Africa. I trace my family back to Haines Street in Dogtown. It's funny, but it's sad.
I mean, but it is what it is. I mean, I ain't mad at that.
Now, I say that to say there are pockets of our city, right? Even in Mount Airy to a certain degree, right, where you have working class folks who looked out for each other, and in that combination of underworld versus all that.
Mount Airy out of this.
So you want to leave Mount Airy out of it, right?
I'm gonna tell you why. A good friend of ours, right, would say that the places that you consider Mount Airy are not Mount Airy, but I say leave it out. I'm gonna tell you why I say leave it out. Mount Airy is actually one of the first places for true integration, and so they had the ability to flex both sides. Easier.
I don't know if
that's documented history, bro. You can look.
No, you gotta show me that documentation.
Okay. Call our Mount Airy Connect and ask them.
No, I want to see that documentation. But what I'm saying is, in those spaces, right, the Northwest in general, there is a certain bond and family and togetherness that happens where, listen, again, my background, so you know the environment I come from. So when you tell me that we don't behave that way, that's poppycock. My whole upbringing was surrounded by organized Black folks that looked out for each other, underworld, overworld. That's what I grew up in.
Okay. And there was a lot of, and I don't want to go into all that because there's a lot of context and a lot of nuance in all of it, right? But I'll say this, Uptown, the reason why Uptown gets to do or looks better than most of rest of Black Philly is because Uptown is the highest voting block in the city.
That we agree on. There has never been a person to win mayor in this city without winning the Northwest.
Correct.
But the Northwest are our people. Right, we are the ones that dominate the Northwest. So
for now, I
know they want to change it. I get all that, but what I'm saying is, let's not act like these places don't exist, and let's go outside of Philadelphia because we're talking to a global audience, right? Anytime we've gotten organized and we've done for self and we've built things, what's happened to us then?
I don't know because it hasn't happened since 1965. What do we try to
recover from stuff like that though? We're talking about bombings and lynchings.
What?
We're not talking about.
I'm talking the last 60 years. What actual outside of civil rights, right? Because it blows the line there. What have we tried to do organized since then?
I'm trying to remain serious, but I had some jokes. I was getting ready to say.
Of course, you got jokes.
I was getting ready to say.
All right, well, go ahead, drop the joke.
What about the trust fund, man? All right, but no, I'll go back.
You lost me. We done. I'm moving on to the comments.
Joke, bro. You said what?
I know, but come on, no. So, all right. So,
yo, who said about Fargo season 4? Because I gotta ask you, I never watched Fargo.
Hold on. Let me get to the. So, Steve is right. The Italians, definitely, and the Irish use the unions and the political sway to clean a lot of their money. That's not untrue. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing else.
Oh, your average logical thinker. Yes. I wanted to ask a question because I wanted to watch season 4 because I heard season 4 was excellent with Chris Rock, but I didn't watch 1, 2, and 3. And someone told me you don't have to. So I was just trying to ask her: is it true that I don't have to watch the first 3 seasons to jump into the Chris Rock season? That's all I wanted to know.
All right, take it to your subjective. OMG, yeah. I mean, I get it though, right? Because morality, right? If you look at morality, everybody's morality is different. So if everybody's morality is different, everybody's subjectivity or their views of integrity are going to be different. All right, so pray the hustle. I think people took it a bit far this year saying to cut off friends and family over who they voted for. Yeah, I would never do that. Listen, I could connect the real life threats, but at the same time, that's your army. We're an army. Don't need to cut our army off unless they do a Clarence Thomas and they defect knowingly and willingly to the other side.
Listen, man, Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey said, man, black first, right? And all the other stuff, y'all can keep, I don't care which side of the politics spectrum you're on, if you put black people first, man. So shout out to the ancestor.
All right, so GC says, no disrespect to that SCOTUS judge, but however, that chick don't have my beliefs. And I know she doesn't because she decided to procreate with an Anglo. That may not be true, though. I would say go look at her rulings. Go look at her rulings.
I mean, okay.
Did Frederick Douglass have our beliefs and hearts?
Frederick Douglass, he died.
He married an Anglo.
He died with a bunny, but majority of his life he was married to a sister.
But the fact still remains.
No,
he married an Anglo.
He was bunny hopping. He did. He was bunny hopping.
And we can go both sides of this, right? Because I do see some problems with this. For the record, I'm married to a sister. But
as am I.
Right. And I think this is a good time for this.
Queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
All right. So just to be clear, but I say go back and look at some of the rulings, right? All right, Don Johnson, and that's the issue with most black politicians. They can be brought, and the for the people goes out the window. What? Here's the thing: black people don't support black politicians though either. So
whoa, that's not true. We just said 90% of the time they voting for the one side. So how don't we support them?
Now, what is my background, Jimmy?
You talking about finance
and politics? So I don't speak about things I don't know. So I have been a treasurer.
Oh, okay. You're talking about that side. Okay.
And when you look at the roles of the donations, they are not black folks.
All right. So So we got to context again. See, this is why I told you we don't need a lot of topics because this is
we don't. Because you talk too much.
And by the way, for those watching, this is every time me and Kamari get on the phone. All of our phone calls, I can ask him one question and they end up just like this, right? So this is basically me and Kamari having a phone call on live.
And so this isn't made up, y'all.
No, it's definitely not made up. No. But here's what I'll say about that, right? And I've worked as a committee person in the 32nd Ward. Like I got a background in politics too. I've worked several campaigns, which is what got me out of politics and into finance, right? Because I understand, or should I say I understand what powernomics is. I'm about to grab my powernomic number. Anyway, what I was going to say is this. I'll let you grab the book while I'm speaking, right? You can grab Powernomics, Dr. Claude.
Bam.
So I understand Powernomics, right? So I get that. But to say that we don't support that side is kind of wild. Considering.
Listen, man, we doing a whole lot of
the reason
they're blabberskating the other day. Is that the word? Blabberskating? What's the percentages? What are the percentages of money that black people give to politicians that they support versus non-black folks? That's all I'm saying.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you a question. What is the percentage of disposable incomes black folks have to give to politicians?
It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. If I'm fighting to put food on my family, I can't be thinking about what politician I'm going to because I got to keep my light on.
And so guess what?
We're going to have the one conversation. You got to have the other conversation.
But listen, at the end of the day, we're still in the war. And so we're in a war. We got to do everything we can do to try to win.
Yeah, so what we do is we use our voting to put them in office, right? We put them in office to help us out. But the fact of the matter is they don't help us out. They help out those that give them the financial resources.
Right. So
but those that give the financial resources aren't the ones that put them in there.
But the balances are unchecked. Right. So if you're just getting votes and you're not getting the money, but you need the money. But you need the money. You need the money. You need the money to get the votes. What do you mean?
We're broke out here, bro. We don't have money.
There's $1.8 trillion in buying power.
That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. That's an absolute lie.
If you let me finish, I'll get all the way there. I promise. We all know a big portion of that is credit. All right. Guess what? You can use credit for campaign donations instead of for a pair of Jordans or a pair of red bottoms. All right. That's all I'm saying.
You sound like you're giving the Bill Cosby speech right now.
No, I'm not.
I'm talking about red bottoms and come on, man.
Wait. Nobody buys red bottoms.
No. Our folks and we're not the ones.
Nobody buys Jordans. Nobody brought the gold Trump sneakers.
No, you sound like you are.
You did not answer the question. You didn't answer the question.
Speech right now, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm stating the facts. It is what it is.
Folks, as a whole, do not have resources. We do not have 1.7 trillion of buying power. It's a lie. First of all, the reason they put that buying power stuff out there, right? when you look at those numbers and statistics, you
They are inflated.
layer,
that's what I said.
You peel back the layer, they don't exist. The reason they do that is kind of to do the thing that you're doing right now. They want us to point the finger at ourselves and say the reason we can't get ahead is because we buy Jordans.
Well, actually, that's not what I said.
Come on, man.
No. Now you're trying to win an argument right now.
Statistically speaking,
you're not listening to what
Nike's demographics. Under 10K, black folks don't buy Jordans. A majority of their money doesn't come from the black community. That is documented. It's in Nike's 10. You can read it. They get the demographics of their consumer.
I know. I read 10Ks often, Jimmy. I get that.
So that's my point. I know you do, which is why I'm saying.
But let's not act like black folks don't buy Jordans. And let's not act
like that. We don't. We can't afford to imagine.
And let's not act like there's no better use of purpose for that money. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying
we don't. That's a lie.
And what you're saying is, so I agree with you to a certain degree, because, for example, they're blaming the whole election on black men and black women. They're saying, well, had we came out and voted in Philadelphia, we could have overturned the election. Well, why is it upon us to change everything? I think that's very unfair as well. But what I'm saying is our priorities will dictate where we are and where we're moving to. That's all I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is we're trying to literally survive. Our people are trying to listen. If you look at the demographics of Philadelphia, right, and you look at the income, right, and we're
30,000
just below the poverty line. Like what?
30,000. What is a house of four? I think it's a house of four. 30,000.
We can't afford to buy Jordans. We don't buy Jordans. We can't afford to barely pay rent. And
but you just said we're not a monolith, right? So which argument are you going to stick to? You can't minute say we're not a monolith and then say no, we can't talk about any of this.
No, because I'm making two different conversations. We're not a monolith, but as a whole, and remember, I said as a whole, we do not have money to contribute to campaigns, right? When Obama got the money from campaigns, no one ever talked about, and again, it was small amounts, allegedly, but even when you look beyond that, it's lies too. He got paid by bankers. The fact of the matter is, when you add history into it and you add a 400-year head start, you add all the laws being set up for them to produce the kind of.
But I'm not talking about them getting the exact same.
No, hear me out.
Getting the exact same.
If you look at most people and their campaign contributions, they are coming from institutions, right? They're coming from banks. So hedge funds. We don't have banks or hedge funds.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. With all this, because I don't believe that. I believe we're black gods. So the Black Panther Party created one of the most powerful things ever, the breakfast program. So let me ask you a question, Jimmy.
Side note, we copied that by the hood. We used to have that lunch program. We fed kids in lunch, but that's either here or there.
Okay. Well, let's bring that back. Can we create a new funding program for lunch, breakfast? I don't care, dinner. There's a lot of kids who are not getting fed.
We can do that. We can absolutely do that.
That's all I'm saying. Can we start doing more of those?
So now you're talking about my conversation. Do for self is my always.
My conversation is absolutely do for self.
But what I'm getting you to say, and by the way, you want to do some book recommendations? I'm even going to pull the Kindle joints out on you too. Here's a book for y'all right here, right?
What is that?
The Myth and Propaganda of Black Buying Power by Dr. Jared Ball, right? The Myth and Propaganda of Black Buying Power.
Oh, by the way, hold on. No, go ahead. I got something for you.
All I'm saying is
the good brother,
even how black buying power is talked about really is used as a tool to get us to point the finger at ourselves.
By some,
we are the problem. We are the problem.
Listen,
right? You just gave your pound cake speech talking about.
No, I didn't. Bullshit, Jimmy.
We don't
bullshit.
buy Jordans. The data says we don't buy Jordans.
Nah. The other day I said we spend our money with others. We spend our money which are giving away our bullets. You say, Kamari, I agree with that. That's all I'm saying.
But those are away conversations.
They are not. No. They are combined. So we cannot ignore that we're giving away our power to our enemy and we're at war. So at some point we have to say, all right, and I know we're not a monolith, but a large number of us need to stop giving our money away and give it to our people.
But we're talking about giving away we're talking about spending our money, right, as it pertains to things that are needed to survive, right? The thing listen, hear me out, because we're having again, you're trying to switch the conversation.
I'm not
talking about donating to political campaigns, not going to Walmart to buy food to live.
No. But let's be clear. let's be clear. To me, I see it all as one conversation. So I'm not trying to switch. Politics is integrated in everything we do. You see a politician when you get a death certificate. You see a politician when you get a birth certificate. You've heard that. They're all through our lives. You cannot separate them. They're
nor am I trying to.
So, but you're saying I'm having a different.
To feed my kids versus
no.
giving money to a campaign that's going to actually not do anything for me anyway because they're going to listen to the.
But that's not true. That's not true because we're
already so far behind.
Stop. What did the politicians do with the breakfast program? They took it
down.
No, they took it and they integrated it and they act like it's theirs.
No, but then they shut the Panthers down with their political.
I'm not talking about. I didn't say the Panthers. I said the breakfast program, and then they co-opted like it's theirs.
But what did they do to the people that created it?
No. Now you're trying to switch the program. I asked you a question. The breakfast, specifically, the breakfast program.
Yeah, they shut it down. They shut it down.
And now they co-opted it as if it's theirs. All I'm saying is we have to be about doing more of those programs.
No, but see, you're trying.
My whole thing
about do for self.
My whole thing is do for self. All of it. Period.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is do for self is my whole platform. It's why we exist. It's what By the Hood is do for self, right? The reason we do our camp out of the pocket and donations from the community and not any organization is do for self. Everything I'm about is do for self. But what I'm saying is we can't ignore facts. We can't ignore data. The data shows we don't buy Jordans, right? The data shows we don't have money to contribute. And even when we do contribute to campaigns, if I'm contributing $25 because that's what I have, are they going to listen to me or are they going to listen to JP Morgan Chase? Who are they going to listen to, right? What I do have is my vote.
No.
If you look at our vote, overwhelmingly, we vote one way.
That's right. But let me ask you a question. You said $25. So if you got 10, 100 or 10, $25 contributions, would they listen to you? Yes, they will.
Not versus JP Morgan Chase, who can write one check.
That's not true because they know you got $25 from 100 people and you got those same 100 votes. That means something. Let's stop relegating ourselves.
No, it's not.
Let's stop relegating ourselves.
Because here's the thing.
Let's stop
relegating 2,500 votes already.
Stop relegating ourselves to the losers. They don't necessarily have
about losers. It's about
it is. You can nominate your own candidates.
Repeat what you just said. Repeat what you just said.
You can nominate your own candidates. And I didn't say a party. You were talking about a party. Listen, in Philly, if we were really strategic, we could take over both parties. But for this conversation, we could run Republican.
No, because you're not trying to really engage with what I'm saying. You said $25 if you got how many people to contribute?
I just used 100. I'm just using an example.
Okay, now listen to me. Those 100 people, right, that gave $25, if they don't contribute $25, they're gonna vote the same way. Historically speaking, factually speaking, what I'm saying is, if you get 100 people to give $25 in this city, and they can't contribute to a campaign, we already know where that money is going anyway. They're gonna vote and say, yeah, we do know that. Data shows that.
So here's the thing. Data shows a lot.
The mayor we had in Philadelphia.
The data shows a lot, but guess what? Data can be changed. Excuse me, not data, I'm sorry. History can be changed. History is changed once you say, I want something different. And so I'm saying...
Well, the future can be changed. History being changed is something different.
That's what I said. That's why
history can be changed.
That's why I said data at first, and I said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Then I said history. History can be changed when we decide to make a decision to do something different.
No, the future can be changed. History can't be changed.
Oh, we're doing semantics now.
No, history already happened, right? The future.
I know that, Jimmy, but we're doing history right now. We're creating history right now as we speak. Yeah. If we say, you know what, if we don't want to do this anymore, we had this program for another
hour.
You
gave your pound cake speech. You already did that.
That wasn't a pound cake speech, and that's a lie. That's a lie. That's mad
black people wear red bottoms. Black people buy Jordans.
I said they do. You was say when I say that black people are not a monolith, right?
No, we're not. But we don't do those things. And I'm talking about factually, data-wise, factually. If you look at those companies, look at their 10Ks, look at the demographics. We don't do that stuff. But that's not us.
So
first of all, it can't be us because as a whole, I'm not talking about one person specifically. We can't afford to do that. People are out here effed up, right? We see people online who are like, showing their highlight reels, and we think that we're living.
Maybe lying, and they're lying.
A lot of them are capped too. The fact of the matter is,
they're lying.
Listen, we are struggling out here as a whole. And when I'm trying to dictate whether I'm going to take my resources and put shelter, right, or put food on my family, or I'm going to give $25 to this state rep, I understand your thing that it has value in doing it, but my thing is I have a choice to make. I can't do both. That's what the numbers show, specifically in our area. Now, even globally, right? Not even talking about nationally, globally, come on, man. Let's look at the numbers, right? And the fact you can't leave history out of this. The reason those institutions and organizations can take one swipe of a check and write $1 million contribution to negate our contribution, it's why some people are out here fighting, thinking we deserve some, some get back, right? So I'm not getting into that conversation, but I understand why people feel like we deserve some get back.
That's cool. And you can get back. There's all different kinds of get back. But here, you brought up something. And I want to show you this.
So many of you have asked. I really appreciate that you find interest in having me respond to it. So let's look at this Black Project 2025 stuff. I mix what I like.
So
that's trying to get you to go to his page and get this
correct.
page.
But we already know how he feels about it.
But Dr. Jared Ball is not wrong.
He's not right either.
Well, it depends upon what you mean by he's not right. How's he not right?
So here's the thing. And
what's not right about his analysis?
Let me finish. Two opposite things can be correct.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Right. And so Dr. Ball isn't wrong, but he's not right either. So Dr. Jared Ball, and I'm familiar.
Have you read the full book?
No, but I've listened to enough of Dr. Jared Ball's speeches.
So for me, I have
Can I finish with it? Can I finish? So I get good. I get what he's saying, that a lot of it is a farce, because it is. But he never really presents anything for us to do except for take back political power. Am I wrong so far with my summation?
Yes.
Okay, well, correct me there.
Again,
correct me there. Correct me there, please.
So here's the thing. Because of the highlight reel of what he says, right? Unless you read the full text and understand that his analysis and breakdown of data, right, it's hard to really decipher whether you believe that he's right or wrong, which is why I'm looking at you like, how can you say that you didn't read the full text?
What is his action items?
Come
on, I know you're going to murder me on that statement.
The number one action item before anything else is to understand that we're being lied to. That's number one. Number two is organizing, right? Organizing from a political standpoint.
And do what? What? Come on.
Create resources and control the resources instead of having the resources controlled for you. His main crux of his argument is that even the resources that we believe are ours really aren't ours, and they're being controlled by someone else.
Okay. And then what is the action item for us? And I'm waiting for you to cook me on that term, by the way.
What, action item?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to cook you on everything, man. The comments is already cooking you. All I'm saying is his action item is to organize. That's his number one thing, is for us to be organized. Right now, we're not organized. No one's really smarter than us. No one works harder than us. But what it is we're not organized, right? So that's his number one thing. Organization, political power, right? Really exercise political power into something you just said. We can run our own candidates, is what you said. But once you're organized, you can then run your own political candidates, right? A lot of what he says really isn't far off from Powernomics, other than the thing of being straight, just capitalist, like another book, by the way, it's an interesting read. I'll pull the title up for you in a second, because I don't even want to say the title.
I'm waiting for the action items, brother.
I just gave you an action item. Organizing is an action item?
What are the individual action items?
I guess I don't understand what you mean. I just gave you multiple action items, and you're saying they're not action items.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what was so off from my summary, and you said it was wrong. But go ahead. What else you got?
No. I asked. You said he's not all the way wrong. You said he's not right.
He's not. But hold on. For everybody that's watching, hold on, Jimmy. For everybody that's watching, we're going to get to the giveaway. Don't worry. We ain't forgot about you. Go ahead, Jimmy.
What's not right, though? You haven't told me what's not right. You keep saying he's not right. Not right about what?
He says buying black doesn't matter.
It's not what he says.
I've heard him say that repeatedly times. Matter of fact, we were at a conference together where he blavascated. Thank you for that word, sir.
Yes.
And went off. And I'm not even going to mention the creator, because I'm not really a fan of hers either. But went off on the idea of buying black. And that it doesn't mean anything.
But that's not, see, again, what he said and what he's saying is people feel like that is the only solution, is to buy black and all.
But I didn't say it was the only solution, though.
I didn't say you said that.
Oh, okay.
His commentary about that is, when he's critical of certain texts, certain people, and certain books, this is their solution, but that can't be the solution, right? And he's saying it can't be the
So
solution.
buying black's never a solution.
That's not what he's saying, and it's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is buying black alone won't solve anything. And that's what he says. He literally says it in the book. He's not against buying black, but people look at that as we just buy black and all of our problems go away. That's what he's against. Again, you got to read the text. The other book I was talking about, which is a wild read, is this one right here. I think it's describing Kamari, right? You ever read this book before?
That's mad disrespectful there. That's mad disrespectful.
The Road to Success. This is an actual book. Kamari, I don't know if you read this, but and he's of the opinion, he's one of the people that Dr. Ball is talking about, right? Where this one action gets rid of all of our problems, right? Where if we support black business, all of a sudden, police immunity isn't an issue, right? All the different issues that we have aren't an issue if we just buy from black businesses.
So I gotta interrupt you.
Yes,
You just said that was me, but the first thing I mentioned was police immunity today. So I need you to retract your statement, sir.
What? What statement is that?
How you gonna call me a capitalist N-word?
No. What I'm saying is you are like. So here's the thing. I'm gonna be completely transparent and honest with our audience as I always am, right? I am a capitalist, right? But do I agree with capitalism 1,000%? No. Me and Kamari have argued this for years. That I'm not like.
And I'm right and you're wrong. But go ahead.
But I'm bringing it all back together. What I am is I'm a Bitcoiner, right? And as someone who's a Bitcoiner, when I say that, it's not about just buying Bitcoin. What it's about is I do the studying to be able to call myself that, right?
Okay.
And by doing that, I study systems, right? Because in order to understand Bitcoin, you got to understand systems. And when you start to understand systems, I completely understand his analysis, right? But it doesn't mean I can't understand or overstand Dr. Claude's analysis. Dr. Claude's book literally changed my life, right? Dr. Ball's book is also just as powerful, but from a different perspective. To your point, two things can be true. His point isn't about just black businesses, right? And I'm not saying that he didn't make the statement about black business, but if you read the text, he's not anti-buying black. He's saying it's not the overall solution. Funny thing is, I know exactly what you're doing right now, Kamari.
I'm looking up Dr. Jared Ball. I'll tell you
I know you're trying to find it. I know exactly what you're doing. See, I know you. But until you read the text, it's hard for you to give an analysis, man. Like you're talking about, I heard him on a couple of YouTube videos.
No, I watched a lot. I've consumed a lot of Dr. Jared Ball stuff. And I find it a bit disingenuous. I find it a bit disingenuous for you to sit here and say, like, Kamari just goes surface level on things. No,
I'm not saying
read the book. I didn't read the book, but I know Dr. Jared Ball's flow. I get it.
What does he do for a living?
Wrong one. Wrong thing. Hold on.
What does he do for a living? Answer that question, right?
Hold on. I'm coming back to you, Jimmy, but you're trying to verbally assassinate me right now.
No, you're trying to pull one clip out and give a context.
You still have not answered my question.
I have answered your question.
You have not. I said, what's the action item? But you haven't given me that yet.
I have. I said, first of all, it's organizing. It's getting political power.
Okay, and how do we organize? How do we get political power?
You just want to take a step back. So if I give you that question, what is the powernomics? What's the moving plan for that? Like,
so you can't answer the question without asking.
I did, because I did answer the question, right?
All right, so come on.
You want specific. You want me to say wake up in the morning, get coffee, take a shower?
You said
I said organizing. I'm giving you the overarching theme.
No. Let's go back to a central point. I said we all know what Dr. Jared Ball is going to say about the Black Project 25 thing, right? You said I don't. You said I don't.
No. That's not what I said. I didn't say that at all. You be making up stuff, man. The great thing is we can rewind
in the chat section. Yes, please. No. Is that what Jimmy said, or am I making this up? Y'all in the comments, let me know.
No. You said
as many of you Negroes as possible, and thank you for your support. All right, so change will not come if we wait for some other people to or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. I'm President Barack Obama, and I'm currently living in a Martha's Vineyard estate, far away from as many of you Negroes as possible. And thank you for your support. All right, so
I go back to me.
Change will not come.
Sounds kind of, what did you call it? Pound cake is too, though. But go ahead.
If we wait for some other people to or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. I'm President Barack Obama, and I'm currently living in a Martha's Vineyard estate, far away from as many of you Negroes as possible. And thank you for your support.
All right, I'm sorry. I thought he was going to give more of his breakdown, but you can tell he's sniping that joint right from there, though. You already know he don't like that joint.
You didn't prove anything by playing that, by the way. I don't know what you were trying to prove, but
are you not listening to anything I just said? I just said that, Jimmy. Damn, man.
I'm just making sure that,
really?
It's on the record, that it's noted.
But I just said that.
All I want to do is hear me out. The reason I asked you what does he do for a living is you didn't answer the question about what does he do for a living.
Tell me what he does for a living, Jimmy.
He's an educator, right? He's an educator. He's an educator.
Where, Jimmy? Where, Jimmy?
I mean, you're repping him right now.
I mean, but I don't know him. I don't know him. Go ahead.
I didn't say you did. Maybe you do. Maybe you wore a shirt and honor him. But all I'm saying is he's an academic. And when you talk about academics don't go deep down within the topic, pause, and they do research and analysis, right? The thing about the internet is you get people's highlight reels because they're trying to because the thing about it is it's about emotion. When you're on the internet, you get people to move based on emotion.
I get that.
Which is why people that are academics that do research and analysis, I like to read their text and read their sources to see where it came from and what they're actually trying to point out. Some of the stuff in this book, I've never seen him say online because I watch a lot of his stuff online as well. I'm just like you. I'm a YouTubian, so I'll be on YouTube. But what I'm saying is, in academics specifically, not everybody, I'm talking specifically about academia. You got to read someone's analysis to get the full breadth of their argument. So when you ask me what is his action items, and I give you an action item, and you said it's not good enough, how do we get political power? You want specifics, and if I answer that question, you're gonna ask me, oh, well, how do we do this? Well, you want to get back to wake up in the morning and read the Quran? Like, I don't know what you want me to.
No, because I gave you an actual thing that's an action item. I say, well, let's restart the breakfast program, right? But Dr. Ball would say, no. I would say, let's go do a cash mob.
I can't tell you that. I can't.
Hold on. From his text.
You didn't read the text.
From his broadcast. He's like, none of this matters. Only thing that matters is political might. And I do agree with him to a certain degree. So when you ask me the question, why is he wrong? I would say he's wrong because he believes these individual actions don't matter. So that's why. And even him making jokes about this, right? Saying that once we make it up our minds to change things, things will change. I believe that. I'm sorry. I believe that.
Again, you're misrepresenting his work. When you read the work,
okay, all right.
He brings up all these things. What I'm saying is when you read the work, what he says is, right?
Fine.
That these individuals.
No. Hold on. I got you. We're going to do it. I'm going to go read the book. I'm going to waste my time and read the book because I already studied him. And I like a lot of the one stuff he says. But we'll do a whole show on it.
All I'm saying is the points that he makes are people take the individual things you're talking about and they end there, right? And his point is if you don't focus on the overall arching, the political power, all these little things don't matter, right? And the thing about it is I can disagree with him, but I'm not going to say that he's wrong. Just like you said, I can't say I agree with some of the stuff, right? It's his perspective, right?
Now you're blabbing, so you're going to disagree with him, but you won't say
no. He's living off his experience. He has his experience. I have my experience. You have your experience. What I'm saying is this. You have to understand that people fall under one thing. Like if we just bring back this one thing, everything will be okay. He's anti that. And you should be too, because you like to say that it's a nuanced conversation, all those things, right? So he's anti people falling under one roof. Because a lot of people get online and have the black business conversation and they feel like that is the answer to all of our problems. And he's saying it's not. That's all. All I'm saying is I've read the text. I use the text often in my work. It's a good text. I think it's worth a read. Shout out Dr. Ball. I also think Powernomics is worth a read. Some will say those like are opposites, but I don't see them as opposites because I've read both. I don't see them as opposites at all.
All right. So Praise and Hustle says, I think people missed that Kamala had 7,441,439 votes. That's 74 million people that have wanted her in. That's a lot of people that wanted her in. All right.
She got smoked. Even outside of it. They just didn't want
I wouldn't say she got smoked, but we still don't control the party. GC, that's a fact.
You didn't get smoked. Did you see that map?
What? What?
The map of the election. She got smoked.
All right, we'll come back to that. Black shootings by cops is such a small percentage. White folks get shot more by cops than we do. That's not what the FBI says, but we can come back to that too. And not the
so now are we talking,
white folks do get shot more than black folks in aggregate. But
yes, in aggregate versus
relative,
now we got to talk how statistics are pointed out.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a white power talking point, which is not factually true when you actually go look at the data. The data says something different now in aggregate, but it's also more of them, right? We make up a little over 13% of the population. So when you look at that number and then do that analysis, is a different actual analysis.
My red tips don't care what color you are. If you're a threat, you're done. Okay. I thought it came out that some of the cage clips were actually footage under Obama. No, but
I didn't dig deep. I didn't dig deep to see how true it was, but I did see that.
But if that's the case, send it to me, and we can go deeper. The Dems are booty clapping for a Republican vote.
I mean, if someone did a pound cake speech earlier, some of that had to bother you.
No. So listen, stop lying on me. I didn't get no fucking pound cake speech.
I am not besmirching you, brother.
You are. I didn't give a pound cake speech. I said we can do for self, and we take every dollar that we have and we use it to improve our situation. That's not pound cake. I didn't say
what you said. You said we buy red bottoms and we buy Jordans.
But that's not pound cake.
That's
so
pound cake.
Wait a minute.
The Jordan thing is a literal bar from the pound cake speech.
Wait a minute. So are we going to sit here and act like we don't use a lot of white products? We're going to sit here and act like that 2%. Wait a minute. 2% of our spending that you said is fake. The 1% is fake.
Yeah, the 1.7 trillion is absolute made up.
Okay, what is it then? What is it? Is it a trillion? Is it a half a billion? Is it a billion? What is it?
What's your point? Your point is we don't spend enough with our people, right?
Correct. But you didn't want to focus on that. You wanted to
No. I do want to focus on that.
But you want to say I'm doing pound cake. The point is,
you said red bottoms and Jordans. You use an actual matter of fact. I want to find the pound cake speech. And I'm gonna play with you right next to what he said.
I know what I said. I said it. I'll still say it again. The point is, our dollars are bullets. Every time we spend a dollar, we're firing a bullet. And if we are not firing it for the benefit of our people, we're losing. Period.
You know what? I'm not gonna say what I was getting ready to say because we already been here for an hour and 41 minutes. Because if you want to get deep into it, let me ask you this question: why is it that we spend the way we spend?
So you said you wasn't going to say that.
For the way we
but
spend?
Wait a minute. You just said you wasn't going to say, but you said it anyway. Listen,
I only said part of it because I got a whole thesis about what you just said.
Willie Lynch, which a lot of people
hate that I said this. Real. It's not real.
Okay, to make a slave isn't real. None of those things are true.
No, to make a slave is real, but you can't refer to a fake text.
Who wrote it?
You can't cite fake words in fake text.
Who wrote it? Who wrote it?
Who wrote what? Willie Lynch?
To make a
slave. About the fiction, Willie Lynch?
Whatever, if you can call it fiction or not. I'm talking about when you go look at it and you see the real things happen. I mean, is
Willie Lynch real? The text behind Willie Lynch, is it real?
Listen, I'm not going to do that with you. Was Jesus real? We can go down that rabbit hole, right? People still read the Bible.
I mean, you want to have that conversation?
They still read the Bible, right? They still live according to that. All I'm saying is people live according to what Willie Lynch, the whole thing, fake, real, not. And it's a problem. That's all. But everybody gets caught up. Everybody gets caught up with saying, oh, it's not real. But goddamn it, when they talk about colorism, is that not true in the black community? They talk about the whole man-woman thing. Is that not true? Going on crazy in the black community? It happens in other communities too, by the way. But is that not true?
All right. I mean, let me know when I can respond.
I can't never get a word in edgewise. So
no, I'm letting you go. That's why I said, let me know when I can respond.
I've been besmirched this whole thing by your blasphemy.
I want to pull up something, by the way, right? You said people are living by the Bible, right? Was the Bible real? I don't think that most people even living by the Bible, because if so, we wouldn't have some of the issues that we have, right? People live conveniently by the Bible when they want to say they live by the Bible. Do you think that most Christians are living?
So are they living by the Bible or not living by the Bible, Jimmy? You can't say one thing.
No, I said they're not. I said you said people are living by the Bible.
But then you also said they're conveniently living by the Bible.
No, conveniently meaning that they want to actually point to the book and say, I'll do this, but they justify their actions any way they can. Are they really living by the Bible? No. Because if everybody live, if
I would say they live by the Bible.
We'd be in a different world.
I would say they live by the Bible to the level of their capacity and understanding. That's what I would say. So with Democrats, so Ant says with Democrats, it was all about abortion rights, no POC empowerment or anything straight liberal belief. So the plan for black men and black business and all that, that wasn't POC empowerment or black empowerment at all? Question for you, Ant. And I'm behind on these because Jimmy's just besmirching my name today.
I did not besmirch your name, but I
call me the N-word and everything.
Listen, man, the KKK said they were living by the Bible too. That's all I'm gonna say.
They were by their Bible. Most of the past is romanticized because we remember the past better than it actually was. Overlook the value of the present moment. I agree. And the fear, the unknown of the future. I agree with that.
Shout out to my brother Pass, man. That's Pass right
That's Pass. Oh, shout out to Pass.
Actual legend, living legend. He's the only man in the cloth, one of the only men in the cloth I actually respect.
Why would predatory criminals who profit off predatory behavior come together to look out for the community? Because they still love their parents. They still love their people. But they do a lot of janky shit. I'm not going to lie and say they don't. They never really how criminality in this country has worked.
That's never really how criminality in this country
worked. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. What's cap? What is cap?
Your whole pound cake that came out during your pound cake speech is when that came out. That comment came out.
I need you to stop lying on me, man.
I'm not lying on you. Did you not say you bought too many red bottoms and Jordans? That's an actual quote from you.
But my whole intention was not pound cake. And so it's disingenuous. It's intellectually dishonest. Because you know that for wait. So you're saying it's not intellectually dishonest. So you believe that I and my walk are parroting what Bill Cosby said?
Actually, I can't believe some of the stuff you said tonight, knowing your walk. That's why I have to point it out. You told me one time when I do wrong, point it out, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Because listen, let me finish. What you said about Jordans, I can pull out and put next to exactly what he said about Jordans.
Okay.
Take
Jordans out, put Pumas in, damn it.
But put bar for bar, that's why I call it the pound cake speech. That's an actual.
It's not the pound cake speech, though.
That's an actual line for the pound cake speech.
All right, let me ask you this: what was Bill Cosby's intention? Did he really care about the people he was talking about?
To find some young ladies that he can besmirch in the bedroom.
I gotta give you that. And I gotta give you this too. I gotta give you both. I gotta give you both. All right, Lorraine says, please explain how dismantling the Civil Rights Division, EEOC, Department of Ed, EPA, is going to help with cash flow, tariffs, deportation of 11 million immigrants, and banning unions is going to affect cash flow. I think that's a great question.
Yeah, that could be a whole show. You got to say that comment.
Yes, we do. So Kamari is super pro-black. I get it, and no shot, but we got to look at the whole board, baby. I mean, listen, and there is no shot. I don't take no shot. And I believe we do have to look at the whole board. I agree with that.
Brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to, brothers and sisters.
We might get in trouble for that one. I get in trouble for this one sometimes.
Brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to.
That's the Frank Rizzo. That's what he called people a lot of times. Crumb bums. That's false. The Gambino under Carlos sold hella heroin to Eddie Jackson in Detroit. Well, we know they sold hella shit to people. Frank Mathis and Nicky Barnes in New York. What? So, Jigga, what's?
And when you first, I say we're going back in the comments. When you first originally made the comment, you cleaned it up later. You said they didn't sell drugs, and then I asked you about that, and you said, "Well, in your community."
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was responding to your first.
Okay, I got you. So then you're correct. I didn't mean to say that. I misspoke. I was so offended that Jimmy besmirched my name.
You made a couple wild comments.
I was having an emotional breakdown, y'all. All right, Jimmy going crazy on the track, right?
Hey, listen, man. Only Kamari, bro. This is a regular conversation for us, though.
Pay to figure out you are from the west coast of Africa.
Hey, man, I told y'all when you see the flag behind me, you know I found out.
I had to agree, Dogtown is community.
Thank you, Don.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I would. Y'all missing the context, but okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Don. That's all.
How do we even define? GC says, how do we even define community? Just because someone is across the street and black doesn't mean we need to be together. There could be some weirdos. I agree with that.
Yo, shout out to GC.
All right. Your average logical thinker. Every season depicts a different time in history. That's facts. The seasons are not connected at all.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
You're talking about the show.
Fargo.
Okay, I thought you were talking about Black history.
No, Fargo, dog.
No, I got it. You got video clips on the deck too? I do, but I gotta work on some of my video clips. Like all my video clips are promoting my business. Politicians aren't supported by votes. They're supported by dollars. Elections start at the donation box, not the ballot box. Economics, social, and politics are symbiotic. They are.
I agree.
But that economics part, that dollar part. But to pass this point, there are business owners who will get together before elections and they decide what's going to happen a lot of times.
They decide what candidates are.
And so all I'm saying is we could do the same. That's all I'm saying. Maybe I'm not saying it the most eloquent way. Facts, food on the table over politics. Yeah,
that's all I was saying. Thanks, Ant. That's all I was saying.
But goddamn it, politics a lot of times determine the food on the table. But we don't want to talk
about that. Eat to get an elder to give my money to a councilman who ain't gonna do nothing.
How about we start growing our own shit? How about that?
That's a different conversation. That's
eating all these pesticides they shoving down our throats. But all right, never mind. I'm sorry. Should these shows have titles or be labeled Friday Live Chat? Because the topic to be banned.
I told Kamar that. And listen, I told Kamar tried to bring like 8 things. I said, yo, when we get on here, this is how it's going to go. We don't need all these topics. I know what's going to happen.
No, that's not how it's going to go. But you're right and wrong. You're right and wrong. But it went that way.
I'm right and wrong. See, he'll never just say I'm right. He always got to add in.
I said you're right. But I also say you're wrong too. Because guess what? You go deep into a lot of these things. And I follow. And I'm not doing that. And I follow that up wrong and follow you down a rabbit hole. So it's both our faults. All right. So do y'all even want to hear the whole show? Because we did have a show for y'all.
I'm going to chill, man. You be setting me off, bro. Because you be... Listen, my brother V-Don, man. See, hashtag pound. That'll be our hashtag for the night in our giveaway. Hashtag pound cake. Kumar gave his pound cake speech.
So the power of the vote stops when people don't follow up the vote. Right. So here's the thing. Everybody just focuses on the vote. Politics is deeper than just the vote. What Pastor just said, let me go find that. It's a whole cycle. So economics is in it. Social and politics are in it, right? But once you get somebody in, so first of all, like we just said, there are people that strategize and put people in place in the first place. So if we're not doing that, we're behind the scene. Then they finance those people. And then guess what? If those people don't do, those elected people don't do what those people want, they're out of there. We got to have critical consequences for not following through as well. So we have all these demands at once, but we don't have the mechanism in place to check folks. So go ahead, Jimmy. I see you want to disagree.
I'm not saying nothing, bro. I'm not gonna be set off again, man. I just you know we got every week to come on here and have some conversations. I've never bought red bottoms.
And Anthony says
Kamari putting you in that you know.
He appreciates the sweatshirt.
I never bought Jordans.
Me either.
Actually, no, I'm lying. I bought the 11s because they was fire. Like the 11s was undeniable. So I did buy one pair of 11s my entire life.
So here's the thing, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's not a linear thing. Both of those things are possible, and they're going to happen all the time. You're going to have good people who want to support, as Jimmy said earlier, corrupt power corrupts all the time. That is real. That is real. But it's not a linear thing. You're going to have both, and you have to be able to deal with both. It's just like saying, well, you know what? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
Yo, I know one thing, yo. This show would have been a 4-hour show if Corey was here tonight. You said some stuff that would have set Corey. Corey might have broke his computer.
We need Corey back.
You know, he'll be back next week. I'll tell you, he's traveling right now. He's traveling right now, but he'll be back. But he would have broke his computer with some of your comments. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, so Steve just the damn corporate sellout. Okay, which politician isn't? That's
your answer to that question?
Yes, it is. Because we have this we have this utopian sense of what politics is. It's not that. It's what we make it to be.
But what he's saying is true though. People really don't want to have an honest conversation, and by people, I actually mean me too, because I might be one of those people. But understand, if I'm being objective and I'm just looking at the data, the facts, yeah, a lot of my beliefs, I'm gonna keep to myself, right? Because one of the things I don't like to do is besmirch other black men. But what I'll say is this:
we can besmirch Clarence Thomas. I don't care about his besmirchment.
I mean, you can besmirch him if you want to. I'm not gonna besmirch black men. I don't care.
Is he really a black man though?
Listen, man, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Listen, man, I'm a student of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. In the Nation of Islam, who were the students of Honorable Marcus Garvey, would also say that he's one of those 5%ers. Excuse me, he's one of those 10%ers. So he likes the devils.
Who's that? Oh, Garvey?
No, Clarence.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm sorry, I didn't read this. I personally have never and don't know any black people who contributed to political campaigns. Oh, really?
I do.
Do you know a lot?
Yeah, but define a lot, right? Define a lot.
20.
Absolutely.
50.
I got 20 in my family.
50.
Yes.
100.
I mean, I don't know. Possibly, yes. I'm gonna tell you. Hear me out. I told you I worked as a committee person for years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Part of my job was raising money from people that look like us, who donated to campaigns and fundraisers. That's part of my job, was collecting said money.
Listen,
I had a list of people that I would call. That was my job, literally my job.
Philadelphia is a division and war-driven city, and you said you're a war leader, right?
I wasn't the war leader.
What did you say you were? I'm sorry.
Committee person.
He was a committee person.
And I was a judge of elections.
Right. So a lot of times they are driving some money, but a lot of votes as well. It matters.
But what I'm saying is I had a list of people that contributed to campaigns and they were all black. And I had so I know. So to answer that question, yes, I do know.
Both things can be true. Same thing goes for investing. Eating out and overspending on brands names adds up. Thank you. Contributing to other entities and opportunities will take sacrifices that were not being, I'm assuming, made.
Don't completely disagree with that, right?
But that's all I'm saying.
No, but hear me out. But what I am saying is when you look at the numbers, right? We're not the ones buying those name brands. That's all I'm saying. We're looking at outliers, and we're like, it's almost like with even you bring up welfare. When we make the face of welfare a black woman, when that's not what the number bears out.
That's a lie. That's
right?
A total lie.
It's kind of the same thing. Like the face of buying Jordans is like the black man, but that's
no. But then, no. So that's why.
A lot of black conservatives kind of echo the same sentiments that you have. That's a black.
No. But see, that's why I say that's intellectually dishonest. And what I mean by that, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not even talking from that point. Black conservatives argue for the point of being white. They want to be close to whiteness. I don't give a shit.
That sounded kind of.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Only reason I'm not saying is I know you.
You're stretching, right? I'm talking about. Damn it, me and Jimmy are in the fucking trenches. Motherfuckers are shooting at us. Excuse my language, y'all. We gotta shoot back. If we waste our bullets on bullshit, we are getting sniped. Period. Point blank. Period.
Yeah, but I think the conversation has to be changed. The conversation be, yo, you can't buy Jordans. The conversation has to be, why do you
wait? Forget the Jordans. We're shooting in the trench hole. The dollars are our bullets. We need them. If it's Jordans, if it's red bottoms, if it's Pumas, if it's steak and lobster, I don't care.
Forget whatever the brand is. I'm using Jordans because that's an example that a lot of
right. But what I'm saying is that's going down a rabbit hole of dishonesty. That's all I'm saying.
It's not. What I'm saying, or forget the branding. Let me make a comment. What I'm saying is the conversation has to be, why do you feel the need to buy Jordans, red bottoms, Pumas, lobster and steak in the first place? You can't just come out yelling at somebody, we buying too many Jordans, we need to be contributing to political campaigns. First of all, again, factually, most of us don't buy Jordans. Now, those that do buy Jordans or buy brand names or whatever it may be, the conversation really is about psychology in terms of why we feel the need to buy these brands in the first place, right? You know, I was going to pull up another book, right? The book called Brandwash. I was going to pull the book Brandwash. A lot of us are brainwashed. But even when you look at the numbers, even those of us that are brainwashed are the outliers. It's not a majority of us.
And what I'm saying is that's true. But what I'm saying is I'm going past that. Forget that.
You can't forget that, though. If you forget that, you never.
We are at war, quoting Swiss Soldier. Like, the reason is the reason, whatever. But what are we going to do now? How are we going to change it?
If I never get to the root cause of it, I never will change it. If I never get to the root cause of it, I never will change it.
If you don't realize that you're in the
process, is the reason why a lot of our young soldiers don't listen to us.
No, they don't listen to us because they are brainwashed or whitewashed. And we don't want to talk about that.
Because we always come at them as we got to do this. You need to figure out why we're doing this. You're not getting to the root of it. You're trying to build a building starting on the 3rd floor.
No, I'm starting to build on the foundation. We got to spend our money.
The foundation can't be stopped buying Jordans. The foundation is why you need to buy Jordans in the first place.
No. So wait a minute. Stop. When you are teaching camp, because I've been there with you, it doesn't matter the brand. You say save your chicken. I've literally heard you say that.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Okay, so forget about the Jordan speak or that save your chicken.
But you have never heard me tell the kids one time not to buy Jordans, not to buy this. I asked them.
But I'm not talking to kids. I'm talking to grown ass adults.
But even with grown adults,
we spent all the time talking about Jordan's red bottoms and pound caking. When we could be talking about, we need more black people to spend black. Period.
Nah, but you can't.
Oh, so no, you're saying no?
You alienate a huge part of our people, right?
Oh, that want to spend white. I'm alienating people that want to spend white.
It comes off as white talking point.
How is that boule? See, that's crazy. And the boule talk is crazy.
Let me talk.
How is that crazy?
Let me cook. It's because, am I wrong in saying that the idea?
Go ahead.
Am I wrong when I say that the talking points of buying Jordans and red bottoms is a white conservative, black conservative talking point? Have you or have you not heard them make that same talking point?
Under what context?
Well, under the context of how we get ourselves together is to stop spending money here and put money somewhere else, right?
But what is their ultimate goal, though? What is their ultimate goal?
But hear me out.
What is their motivation?
Hear me out.
What is their motivation? You got to answer the question.
It doesn't matter, because when you say that, no one cares about the context. No one cares about your motivations because you turn them off with the talking point. If you tell me to stop buying Jordans, I don't care your reason behind it. I'm already turning you out because I hear this from them. And now I hear you saying this. My brother's supposed to have my back. I hear you saying this. I don't want to hear no more of what you got to say. This is why listen, I have conversations with brothers who are behind the wall all the time. And what I get from them is, it's hard for me to hear you when all you do is act critical of my decisions instead of getting to the reason why I make the decisions. You want to tell me to stop buying Jordan, stop buying this, stop doing that. But you never get to the root cause of it, of why they have the behavior in the first place. And you're telling me we don't have time to because we're at war.
I didn't say that.
Exactly what you said. You said we're at war. We don't have the time. We are at war.
If you go back, I said Willie Lynch. And you said, I want to hear about Willie Lynch.
No, I said it's not true. So again, when you try to prove a point and you start with Willie Lynch, which is a hoax, you're literally quoting a hoax.
All of this shit's a hoax. All of it's a hoax.
Don't quote a hoax on me. Give me some actual factual studies. There's so many books you could quote outside of Willie Lynch, but you want to bring up Willie Lynch. So when you start with something that's false, everything else I can't really hear you because you're starting with something that's not even true. It's a literal hoax.
What was the premise of this? Damn it! To make a slave. What was the premise of it?
It's a hoax. Willie Lynch letter is a hoax.
What was the premise of it? You didn't answer that question.
So you're saying because the premise is pointing out that it was supposed to be what an actual slave owner was telling you how he controls people.
So is that wrong?
No, I'm saying when you're citing a hoax,
Was divide and conquer a hoax?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you're gonna talk about divide and conquer, and you're gonna
talk about, is it a hoax?
The premise of divide and conquer? No, but I'm not going to use a hoax to.
What about psychological? What about psychological control? Is that a hoax?
Itself, no. But you're being dishonest by saying that.
I'm not being dishonest. I am not.
Is Willie Lynch a hoax?
The things that he talked about, and yes, I know he's a fictional person.
It's not real.
I don't think generational conditioning is a hoax.
Harry Potter had a lot of good points too, but I'm not going to quote that as I talk about the saving of our people.
Harry Potter is totally different.
What's the difference?
Generational conditioning is a real thing, right? Who talks about that? Dr. Joy DeGruy. What's the? Because I always say it wrong. What's her book?
No, again, you're trying to move the conversation.
I'm not. I'm saying
why are you citing something that was originally a hoax?
Because it wasn't a hoax, right? Because the things inside of that letter are still real. They were real then, they're real now. And so
it's created as a hoax. My thing is, listen, if you're trying to have an honest conversation, forward, there's enough text. You got a book sitting right behind your head right now. I would rather you quote the 1619 Project than something that's not real.
But guess what? Does the 1619 Project get as much traction as Willie Lynch?
You know why? Because it's a hoax and people run with a hoax.
You're not answering the question. Huh? You're not answering the question.
Well, it depends upon what you mean by traction. Define traction.
What's more popular? More people understand what Willie Lynch was about.
I don't know that. I feel like most people don't even know what Willie Lynch is.
Okay, for the comment section.
And again, if you're going to talk about the issues, right? You just go to Dr. Joy DeGruy, right?
Yeah, I was going there.
Post-traumatic slave syndrome. Give me that. Pause.
But don't give me Willie Lynch. It's already talked.
Don't give me Willie Lynch. Give me Dr. Joy DeGruy. Give me an actual text.
I will give you no. How about I give you both?
No.
How about I give you both?
Don't start an honest conversation about what we got to do by referring to Willie Lynch. Like, come on, man. We have so much real history. We have so much real trauma. We have so many real scholars. You're going to start with the Willie Lynch letters. That's
great. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You got all these things, the conditioning of black people by white people. Let's call it what it is. And I feel Willie Lynch illustrates it perfectly.
If you're going to do that, right, as someone who's an academic himself, you start that conversation with, this isn't true, but you just don't throw it out there. You don't throw it out there. If I'm wait,
Dr. Joy DeGruy's book is about epigenetics. How do people know what epigenetics is?
The post-traumatic slave syndrome, right? That's her book, right? I would rather you have that conversation than to have the conversation about Willie Lynch. If I'm writing a book now, and
I want to get to the impact, not to the fluff. Let's get to it. Basically, white people are black people have been driven crazy by white conditioning. And we accept it and we don't fight it on a large scale.
And we can't fight it by using fake news to quote your president.
And we can't fight it by not accepting the truth either.
We can accept the truth, but two things can be true at the same time.
Generational conditioning is true.
That is fake, and we do have.
Wait! Generational conditioning is fake?
No. I said I said that's true. I said, but the text you're talking about is fake. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So I do want to get to the giveaway, sir, because Jimmy wants to just beat on me all day.
Oh God!
I'm not doing pause for that. I'm too old for pause, man. I'm too old for pause. Have you done do for self when you don't have black majority owned utility companies? Yes, you can still do for self. Right? We do as much as we can with what we have. But to your point, GC, because I think you make a valid point, and that is very much highlighted in Palestine. And I'm not trying to switch up. But they literally turn off their water and turn off their lights over there. And so, yes, things get crazy. Ms. Edith says they enjoy the banter.
Thank you.
Anthony said, now great discussion. Kamar, you should create an organization and start with your political group in Philly. Y'all organize now. Y'all could be a strong position for the next election. Maybe.
Not when our young soldiers hit his pound cake speech.
It's not a pound cake speech. And again, that's dishonest.
It's not dishonest, though.
If we don't have money, then what's the point in talking about investing in other highbrow finance? We can't in one breath say we broke as a people and the same breath say, let's build wealth. I think that's valid too.
No, I think we can do. So listen, the past is my God, but I disagree with that a little bit. We can talk about building wealth. We got to start with where we are. Now, if it comes to me putting into a 401k versus me giving to a raggedy state legislator, again, we can have the conversation.
It wasn't pound cakey, Steve, but okay.
Thank you, Steve. It wasn't a little cakey. That's all I'm saying. A little cakey, Paul.
Listen, I said exactly what you just said though, but it's cool.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
But JP Morgan is donating to both sides. Yes, everybody donates to both sides. And when you really get sophisticated, you'll learn, not you, KD, but people in general, it's always been about both sides. They're going to leverage wherever they are.
Are you saying there's good people on both sides?
No, I'm not saying that, Jimmy. Stop that, Jimmy.
I mean, after that speech you gave, I'm just making sure. I'm just that's a little heat check. Just checking, bro. I'm just checking in with you. That's all.
Man,
I'm checking in with you, man. Because you know what? I mean, I've also heard Clarence Thomas say we need to stop buying Jordans, but that's neither here nor there. Let's keep it moving.
Wow, really?
He did say that though. Keep moving. All right, go ahead though. I'm sorry.
You ain't shit, but I had to just get that off. Funny thing is, JPM is not even top 10 political donors in the most recent national election.
That's true.
I haven't looked, but I'm not surprised by that. Listen, Nicole, you brought up dark money the other day.
James, dark money, another excellent text.
The Koch brothers are a big contributor to that whole dark money thing.
Yes.
And it's crazy because I've been to Wichita, Kansas a bunch of times where they are. And they have like this whole industrial fortress out there. It's crazy. I personally have never and don't know any black folks who contributed to political campaigns. DC, I'm just using JP as a stand-in for finance industry. Listen, bankers they play that game. That's why Goldman Sachs, almost every time there's a treasury secretary, they come from Goldman Sachs or some other high finance company. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, I'm trying to think of a few others. A lot of them went out of business over the years. K. Diggy, yeah, Steve, it was the corp that was mentioned. Okay. I agree with Kamari about the ball's action items. Okay, I'm not crazy. So Don V. Johnson, as you put it, has agreed with both of us. Don's the tiebreaker.
No, that's fine. Don, have you read the text?
Don't do that. You didn't ask him, did he read the text when he agreed with you earlier?
It's a legit question.
You didn't ask, did he read the text when he agreed with you earlier? Don't pick and choose.
I won't if you
all right. Pastor says, how can we organize to run political candidates if we don't have any money? I think we do have money, but that's a whole other conversation.
Right? Because if you don't have money, you got energy and time. If you got to find one of the resources. Necessarily don't.
And it has been shown that money isn't the only thing that drives elections.
And on a local election, by the way, on a local level, it don't even take that many votes to get in office. I see cats get a couple thousand votes and get a powerful office.
I donate with the group, but we're not all black. But politicians and judges do reach out to us throughout the year. Okay, that's cool.
Okay, K. Diggy, a power broker out here. See, Kamari family speech.
No, my family's saying hello to me. Buying black is not a panacea. I don't get the comment, but okay. Clean it up, Jimmy. Steve, also, this black business stuff was pushed on black folks during the Nixon years.
Yes, that's also true.
Hold on. Can I finish?
And by the way, Steve, I did understand your panacea comment. Kamari's acting like you don't understand.
I didn't. They didn't want any more radical Negroes and fell for that. However, you talked about Messiah, Africans for Africans for Africans. He talked about buying black as well. So let's not act like Nixon, by the way, Nixon was the starter of the war on black people. But
Nixon is also took us off the gold standard. But also, what do you mean?
Who cares about that? That didn't matter.
It does matter. It matters.
It does not matter.
It absolutely matters. What are you talking about?
Okay.
One of the reasons we don't have any what? Listen,
that was part of the reason why. That was part of the reason why
I can directly track that.
Such a crazy deficit as well. But go ahead.
I can directly track that to some of the issues we're having right now today as a community. Literally, I could track that back there, right?
Okay.
Because we were at a deficit, right? But that's also because of political decisions, right?
It's all political decisions.
Right, again, right? But taking us off that standard, but sometimes you got to let things crash and burn. What you do is, all you're doing is kicking the can down by taking us off there. And I just want to get back to you saying you don't understand what he means by it's not a panacea. Like, what you mean you don't understand that?
I don't understand it.
Okay, so the word panacea means
Explain. I know what the word means. I don't understand. Buying black is not a panacea.
The word panacea means a remedy for all solutions. He's saying buying black is not a remedy for all solutions. That's
Okay.
exactly
I
so.
get that. And I would agree with that. It's not. I think black culture is more important than black business. But that's all with the conversation. Also, there's black business
culture? Who's black culture?
The original black culture.
Because
Also,
I'm on the internet and stuff y'all claim is black culture ain't my black culture. So when y'all out here twerking for votes, that's not my black culture.
But it's twerking black culture?
Huh?
It's twerking black culture?
Well, depends whose culture. Again, that's why I asked you. I don't think there's one black culture.
It's
That was what you asked. I don't think there's one. Was
twerking originated by black people?
Yes.
Okay.
Just because the original black people doesn't make it black
that's
culture?
All I got. What other definition do we have?
Of what? Of black culture?
Of what culture is? We created it. So you're saying
we literally created everything, but all this ain't my culture. We created everything.
All right, so we're gonna keep going. All right, so your average logical thinker, you can definitely gather someone's point of view based on their interviews without reading. Like some honest talk here. Thank you.
No, but again, that's why.
No, because you were standing on that bullshit.
No, I said as an academic, I will never gather someone's point of view based on academic specifically. That's why I said, is he an academic?
Okay, Jimmy. He's mocking Obama for being a fraud.
Is he wrong?
I don't think Obama was a fraud, but if y'all think he's a fraud, okay. It's a lot of black people that think Obama's a fraud. It's a lot of black people who are mad at Obama for not being the president of Black America. But okay. No cap, y'all entertaining as fuck.
Appreciate that.
And listen, these are real conversations, y'all. This is not scripted.
This are every day.
Yes.
I'm just glad my brother Corey not here because he would have broke his computer and we'd have,
That's fine. All right, Brandon Griffin. Lack of organization among key other large black groups is a huge problem. Yes, it is. Why is there not a closed-door gathering where leaders of key organizations come together and agree on a national agenda? It wasn't closed door, but there have been gatherings. Problem is, to your point, Brandon, it's not closed door.
Well, I think that's part of the problem. The other part of the problem is this, though, right? Is ego.
Yep.
Ego.
And that's part of the reason why it's not closed door, because it's ego.
It's ego, and it's also who defines what organizations, right? Because that's the problem. I remember I've watched some of those when they used to get people together, and a lot of people had a problem with Minister Louis Farrakhan, like being there or being on the same panel or stage as him. And some people had the opinion of how can you have a black conversation without his organization? Correct. So it gets into that too. It also gets into identity politics, right? If I'm a congressman or a state senator from somewhere, I can't be seen with all these people because it's going to affect my bottom line. So it's a lot of reasons why. But to GC's point, you work locally.
Okay.
I think you need both. You need the conversation. People have to keep the conversation going, but people also have to be actually on the ground doing work. So correct. That's my point.
Okay.
My opinion is.
All right. So it looks like we're going to have to retitle this. So this last thing. Right,
got a white girl, but guess what? When he was looking for a sister to help him level up, to invest in him, none of them wanted it. You know why? Too many black women want a finished product. Black women have to stay with me. Black women have to stop expecting men to be a finished product. It's harder on us. Help him level up. What? Stay with me. Help him level up and become what you need him to be. Because the big reason why these snow bunnies are running off with black men is they're meeting them when they have nothing, but they believe in their vision. And black women are waiting for him to cross the finish line. And by the time he crosses the finish line, the snow bunny done snatched him already.
Now, Jimmy gonna say it was a pancake speech, but go ahead, Jimmy. What do you think?
Not a pancake speech.
Oh, okay.
No, hold on. What I was going to say is this. That's not my experience, right? As someone, again, my experience is different than everybody else. I grew up in majority of black communities. I went to a HBCU. My only experience in terms of like even being educated or breaking bread with other cultures was through high school at Central. Outside of that, so my experience is different. So I know black women that meet black men and try to build them up. In fact, I make the opposite argument. A lot of women be looking for projects, right? You know what I'm saying? So But again, I don't think that's a woman thing. I think men do too, right? You know, they be on their pretty women joint trying to like, you know, so that's just not my experience. The whole idea of a snow bunny crisis is funny to me in general because, and I listen, I rock with Dr. Umar Pauls, but there is no such thing as a snow bunny crisis. Statistically, as someone who comes from the data science background, when I look at the numbers, there is no such thing as a snow bunny crisis. We overwhelmingly marry sisters, spend our time with sisters. So it's almost like people try to shame the black man for not voting Democrat. It's like, what are we talking about when you say that? Like, what are we really having? Statistically speaking, that's not true, right? Statistically speaking, there's no snow bunny crisis. So for me, that to me is funny. I think Dr. Umar is the single greatest content creator on Beyonce's internet.
Facts, I agree.
But again, it's if we're talking about like the comedy of it or the seriousness of it. Because seriously, I don't think there's a snow bunny crisis, but I think it's hilarious. But it's always going to be black queens forever.
Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never.
So I agree with you, Jimmy. I don't think there is not a snow bunny crisis. Even when they talk about when black men make it, they move out and get a white woman. That's not true either. There's a lot of people who are rich, very successful by the American standard, and they're still with a sister.
Like Kamari.
I don't know about all that. I'm still with a sister, but I don't know about the other stuff.
Yeah, okay.
I'm getting besmirched by the black men.
Out there in the burbs having this conversation, man.
That's intellectually dishonest too, but go ahead.
Do you live in the suburbs? Yes or no?
No, here's the conversation. Do I live in an affluent community? The question is no. Because everybody tries to say suburbs and affluent is the same, and they're not.
No, you're right about that.
There's an area in Philly called Derby. It's technically a suburb. It's worse than some parts of Southwest, North, the Badlands, and these are all quote unquote bad.
No, I'm really just trolling you at this point, bro. I listen.
You always trolling me.
It's all out of love. It's all out of love, though, man. It's out of love, man.
All right, so I need to get that on record too. That'll be a soundbite going forward.
No, it's fine. It's out of love. The one thing I wasn't trolling about is how cakey that comment.
That was not cakey.
That was very cakey.
That was not cakey.
I don't know who made that up, but I'm using that from this point on. When I find something a little suspicious, I'm gonna call it cakey. That's a little cakey. Like, I don't know who said that. Who? I think it was Ant that said that. No, it was Steve. That was a little cakey. Yeah, that was a little cakey. Some of y'all have been making cakey statements that So I'm bringing cakey to the vernacular, man. Cakey's the new is part of the language now. Folks out here making cakey statements, man.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts on what Dr. Umar said, and then we can we could take Warren Buffett off and save that for another conversation.
Yes. I would love to hear what everybody has to say.
Oh, I see some comments coming in. See if we got any kicky comments in it. I was aiming to put out there, man. All right, man.
So I'm trying to get to the stuff about Umar, but hold on. No caveat. Okay, we got that. All right. JC said Brandon, grade 1. That's what I'm trying to do locally, at least. All right, salutes to that. Someone has to do something in real life and keep doing it. Correct. GC, I agree with you 1,000%. And that's part of the problem that we're facing now, right? None of these organizations are 1,000% all right. None of them are 1,000% all wrong. But a lot of times we abandon our organizations and we don't keep them going. Getting around egos that hold up progress is the wall people run into. Yep, I agree. She didn't get smoked. What? Come on now, bro. Who didn't get smoked?
When I said Kamala got smoked on the election.
Oh, we gonna have to review the okay.
What you want to review? Look at the numbers. She got smoked.
That's what I said. We got to review the numbers. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Brandon, okay. So what happens if you can't get past that wall? Right. You break that motherfucker down. But I get it. Just keep talking about it and not acting in the real world. No, I mean, I don't want to speak for Brandon. It's not going to be easy. And I've run into issues with people not really wanting to do the work. But you have to keep going if that's something you really want. I agree with that. And Brandon agrees with that. So y'all having a whole dialogue in the comments. All right, GC says, Kamari, a lot of these things are just human nature, but groups were in odds with each other before Anglos ever stepped foot in Africa. So again, that's true, but not true at the same time. The level of intensity increased drastically, but I'll save that for another show. I think someone wrote really late after the fact. I wouldn't be surprised if a black person wrote it. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. All right, Jigga says Obama administration built the cages and put the entire family together. But the distinction is that Trump separated the parents from the kids. Okay, that sounds about right.
Like two terrible things to me. They both sound.
No, but I think putting the kids in there separately from the parents is
no. That's absolutely disgusting.
Right.
Leaving the kids is disgusting too.
And they did that intentionally. But I'm talking about putting the kids in there, like the separation. And I'm not trying to defend the other part. I have to go deeper into that. I never have a problem saying I'm wrong. 2, I don't know. 3, I need to do more research. So that's never my stance. It was a talking point, bro. They were emphasizing weed laws because apparently weed is the Negro's kryptonite. Lower taxes and gas prices will benefit black men more than a 10K grant. I wouldn't say weed is a black man's kryptonite, but okay. All right. Y'all getting busy in these comments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So, GC, wouldn't a mutual interest make you part of a community? All right. Some of y'all talking to each other, so I'm going to skip over. Bill Cosby.
Listen, Bill Cosby is from Philly. And if I'm being completely honest and objective and transparent, Bill Cosby actually helped me before. Bill Cosby helped me get a meeting that I wouldn't have gotten without Bill Cosby. Now there's context to that too. So I met with the school district of Philadelphia. I was trying to bring financial curriculum back in 2006-07, and they wouldn't give me a meeting until Bill Cosby, through a mutual acquaintance, walked me in the room and said, "Y'all gonna meet with him." So, but again, there's a lot of stuff that you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater is what I'll say about that. These are a lot of terrible things too.
Oh man, Rich, you know my heart, brother. I think Amari was trying to say that if we are able to come together to fund things like the breakfast program, we can fund plenty in the present day.
Let me say something real quick. I just want y'all to peep how when there's somebody saying something positive about him, he puts the comment up, he stops, he reads it word for word, he takes his time, he puts his radio voice on. Hilarious.
Because you've been besmirching. You've been besmirching my name all.
No, but I'm talking about all our other folks that are watching live. We got a lot of folks watching live with us, and some of
because listen, man, y'all been attacking me. Y'all been attacking me, man.
If it's a pro Kamari comment, it's not just a skip by. It's like, yo, let me get.
All right, so hold on.
Let me read this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about?
Rich said y'all can make 800 clips off this live. All right, so you have to let a politics. You have to
look at politics objectively.
Right, look at politics objectively, then vote your interest.
Okay.
So I agree. Oh, he put it down the next one. So I agree with that. Mm-hmm. But I also believe that your interest isn't always individual. I believe it's also community.
Yeah, I think that's the part of the conversation. Like when you talking about interest, are you talking about your personal interest or are you talking about the collective folks' interest? Because some of my personal interest is not in line with some of the kicky folks out here.
GC, he says, Kamara, you don't need all these people to get certain things done. I agree. If you remember the last episode, I said Jesus only had 12. In total, they had 13. I agree. I totally agree. Give me the horn for that. Like, it's real rap. I see a lot of people talking about this whole national thing. Listen, that's great. That ain't going to happen now. I'm not delusional about that. But groups like, let's say, me, Jimmy, and Corey, and some of our other people in political connects, we can make some things shake right now.
But that is like part of the impetus for the Black Wealth Rebels project. Our project just isn't content, is not just the camp, it's other stuff on the ground, right? So, as you guys can see, me and Kamari don't agree on everything, but the one thing that we do agree on is Black first, right? So we can disagree with strategically about things politically, but the one thing we do agree with is our love of our people. And I think that's enough of a common thread for us to do the work. And what I mean by do the work is get outside, support Black businesses, teach the babies, feed the babies, actually build community. That's what Black Wealth Rebels is about. So you will see our content of us coming here to argue about topics, but we're also bringing a videographer as we start to hit the streets and do work. And I'm not talking about funding political campaigns. I'm talking about actually helping people.
We need to contribute to a brokerage account or crypto account for political campaigns.
So here's what I'll say about that. We already got that in motion right now. I'm a member of a Black organization that is an investment group in Philadelphia. And by the way, anybody can join from anywhere. We have people from outside of Philadelphia, and we put our money together and we invest every month. More information about it, or you can go to the website ibbig.net, and IBBig stands for I Buy Black. But you go to ibbig.net, and you'll find information about the investment club. So again, we don't just sit on here and talk. We actually build.
Correct.
And we take small donations based on the teachings of the books over here. The Honorable Leon Sullivan, man. I got the book behind me. You got the Leon Sullivan book, Build, Brother, Build. We practice the Leon Sullivan principles. I need to keep that on the desk, but it's over there behind me, next to Malcolm. We use those principles to build, taking small donations and putting them together. There it is right there. Over here, Leon Sullivan. And we started with people putting as small as $25 or $50 in, and as high as $200, and we've got close to 300K right now as a collective, and it's continuously growing. And it's only been a couple years, so we're gonna crack the M mark soon, and it's going to continuously grow. And everybody who's in the organization is our people, and everything's transparent. Everything is, people can look at our accounts all day long, and if you want to get out, cash out, we cash people out. So I say all that to say, we are actually doing the work. JT doing the work. Look at JT, because JT, I just saw it pop up on my phone. JT did the paid tier of the Patreon. So JT, you are.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So let's be clear. So JT super chat for us today, and he joined the paid tier. Shout out to you, JT.
Paid tier and super chat, man. Also, shout out to our brother Jose Sanchez, who joined the paid tier too. We got a couple paid tier members, man. So salute to y'all, man. That's all I want to say, man.
And Dark Politics regulate how
right there. That's a bar.
That is. And that's why you can't dismiss any of it, y'all. And that's really the crux of all of this. Really. The crypto industry spent the most money in the last cycle.
They did. In terms of political contributions, it was the most they've ever spent from the industry. Yeah, it was.
All right. These things are intertwined. That's a fact.
That's correct. To me, that was the brilliance of The Wire. It showed how all that stuff was connected.
Right.
Everything from the babies going to school to the newspapers.
So GC, give us an example how that's not always true.
You mean Ant? GC said it is true. Ant said it's not always true. So Ant, you get it.
Yes, Ant. Okay, thank you, Jimmy. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all play nice in the comments. All right, the reason why you even have a brokerage account is due to government regulations. Facts. The government created the stock market. Facts. They regulate the stock market. Facts. Says, all righty.
No, that's a conversation that we want to really do some research and put out there, because I've read several books about how most businesses and millionaires and things are created based upon government subsidies. Even some of your biggest businesses, if you just read Tesla's 10K and their statements about how much money they get from government, right? But now what's getting ready to happen at Tesla with Maine anyway. But I'm just saying, some of our big. The reason I'm bringing Tesla up specifically is because they are more of a current or new company. But historically speaking, the government is what allows you to exist, right? Even as we talk about real estate, which is my trade, which is what I made my money in. Real estate is all controlled by the government. You know what I'm saying? Real estate is all controlled by the government. So the government really has a say so. And when you put people in these offices, they're supposed to represent your interests. Whether they do or not, that's another nuanced conversation. All right, they're getting to it. You see,
they get to it. So listen, question. I only seen one person that said they subscribed across the board. None of this is costing anybody money. It's all free, y'all. Subscribe to the TikToks, subscribe to the Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube, and subscribe to blackwealthrebels.com. It's the Patreon, and you can do the free level.
Yeah. So here's what I'll say. Let's get through these comments, and then we're gonna get to the giveaway because I want to give away some Bitcoin. I want to give away. Shout out to O for O is still hanging with us. We're gonna give away one of these bit keys. You know what I'm saying? Here's my personal bit key. You know what I mean? And here's the brand new one we're gonna give away.
All right, Miss Edie said like to share. Thank you. All right, can everybody do us a favor real quick? Can everybody like what we have now, and can everybody share it?
Yeah, there we go. Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon, even if it's the free tier. We appreciate the paid tiers, though, because that is going to enable us to really get busy. We got our first BOB probably coming the first quarter. Not probably. It's going to be coming the first quarter of next year. And for those who know what a BOB is, Kamar, can you explain what a cash mob and a BOB is?
A BOB is a Black-owned business. And a cash mob is something that's been around. And I didn't originate it. I just started doing it in Philly, geared only towards Black businesses. So what we do is we would just get 20 people, a minimum of 20 people to go to a Black-owned establishment. Everybody spend a minimum of $20. So at minimum, a business owner will make $400 a day. That might not sound like a lot of money, but you'd be surprised how much $400 will do.
And we stole the idea as by the hood from Kamari, and we did a couple cash mobs too. And the thing about a cash mob is, if you go to, because all businesses aren't the same. We know what it is, right? Some businesses are excellent, some businesses are excellent customer service. But if you treat folks well while they're there in the cash mob, what tends to happen is you have a repeat customer. So it's our way of, contributing to Black-owned businesses and generating revenue for them and possible lifelong customers, so, that's
Listen, I'm going to tell you, I think it was either GC or Ann said, why don't I do it? One of my proudest moments in all this work I've done was a cash mob we did for the first Black bookstore in the city of Philadelphia. The bookstore is called Hakeem's Bookstore. It's out in West Philly, if anybody's familiar with the area, on 52nd Street. 52nd Street is a very prominent
the Deuce,
Black, right, where the Buffaloes roam, out west, right? But that lady who runs it now, generational wealth from her father or passed down, said she was ready to go out of business. She was tired. We did that, and it wasn't just me. So it's not just about me, y'all. She said, I'm ready to keep going. And she has kept going. And the business is still here. So I'm really proud of that.
Amazing work, bro. Amazing work.
All right. So do us a favor, like, comment, share everything around YouTube, Twitter, not Twitter. I keep saying Twitter.
Yeah, man. I only
Forget Twitter. Forget Twitter.
Yo, go to blackwealthrebels.com and subscribe to the Patreon, man. Because if you're not on the Patreon, you can't, be entered in this one.
Let's talk about the gold standard. GC says, what is Black culture?
I'd rather talk about this standard right here, but I digress. I just want to flex my, more of my library.
It's English Black culture. Here's a question. Is AAV Black culture? Excuse me, AAVE. Is AAVE Black culture? Is Patois Black culture? Is Creole Black culture? I won't talk about that, but it's working as a guerrilla mating tradition, technically. Oh, man.
I mean, he's not wrong, though.
Listen, we can sit here and say a lot of things come from animal behavior and instincts. We've seen that in martial arts. We've seen it in dance. But we're going to get to this giveaway, y'all.
Yeah, let's get through it. So I've contributed twice, but towards people I personally knew running for office. I respect that. You should support your people. And by support your people, I mean go to Black Wealth Rebels and subscribe to our Patreon. Yeah. So
I read that book, Black Redneck or whatever it is. I hate that book. I'm not a fan of Thomas Sowell. I think he really is a Black man in disguise and he really wants to be a white man, but I know a lot of people love him. So see, Kamari, it's tough, bro, right? Because I read his work, right? I don't agree with everything he says. Some points are valid, some aren't valid. But then again, as I always tell you, there's not one person walking this planet, including myself, sometimes I don't agree with myself. I'll watch back like I said that. Like so, but I do believe that his work has some value. I'll put it that way. But you just it's almost like
You want to? I support black people wholeheartedly, Kamari. Like
I do too.
Unless I disagree with you.
No. Listen, here I'll share something with you.
Would you put him in the bucket of
no. I got you. Malcolm X, probably one of my favorites. Right. I got a big problem with Malcolm X's House Negro speech. I think it did a lot of us a lot of irreparable damage. Now the question is, why would you say that, Kamari? Because it was a short, abbreviated speech, oversimplified, and it made it seem like all House Negroes were working in cahoots with the House Negro, with the master. And that's not true.
Let me ask you a question.
Let me finish. Let me finish. But what he didn't bring up in that speech, and again, it's super clippy, right? What he didn't bring up is how many times House Negroes actually helped and assisted Phil Negroes getting away, or ground up glass and put in masses food so he would get sick. So again, there's so much nuance to things. Nothing is ever one way. So you're right, Jimmy, when you say that about these things.
So no, all I'm saying is I don't agree with everything he says, because I think Thomas Sowell has a lot of cakey arguments too, right? He has a lot of cakey arguments, but I'm just saying, like, I also don't want to be the people that just throw people out just because I disagree with them. But some people you have to. I get that, right? Now, what we're not going to do is I'm not going to tolerate any Malcolm slander in any.
That's not slander. I love Malcolm.
You see, I got like a little Malcolm. Oh, sorry, it's this side. I got a little.
No, listen, I love Malcolm. But
I grew up in an environment where Malcolm was like what we listened to driving around in the car. In fact, so much so that I still to this day have some of the cassette tapes from my father of Malcolm, right? I don't even have a way to listen to this.
You got to digitize it.
Huh?
You got to digitize it. I mean, it's on YouTube.
No, but what I'm saying is this is how much these are the exact tapes that my father used to ride around. I was probably being indoctrinated then too.
Don't throw those away.
I'm not throwing them away, man. If nothing else, for like, sentimental reasons. You know what I mean? My father's no longer here with us, but this is one of the things that he left me with his Malcolm speeches. And I say all that to say this. No Malcolm slander.
It's not slander.
But you can't really cite your Willie Lynch and talk about its effectiveness and then talk about Malcolm that way. Let me finish. Because even if you disagree with parts of it, the effectiveness of the message he was trying to get across, did it work? The same argument you make for the Willie Lynch, is a lot of that true? Did it work?
That's apples and oranges. That's clearly apples and oranges. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
In my Quilly voice,
Yes, it is. No, but you got it. We'll come back to that because we got to get through this, right?
I'm sorry. Let's go.
Dr. Umar needs to finish that school. I believe he said it was finished.
The school is done. I'm going to see if I can get me a job there teaching, man.
How can the stuff he said be quantified? Who's he?
I think he's talking about soul. He has a problem with a lot of the soul stuff.
Oh, me too. Yeah, bro, on the beach with the Nubian queens and shit from the donation schools barely being.
Hey, he be out there with the caramel queens, with the chocolate queens. The butter pecan Rican queens.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Are y'all anti-passport bros? Black guys going to Thailand for a mating-ish. No, I'm not. I just went to the DR earlier this year.
Passport broing?
No, I'm married, man.
I know, but I'm saying this is the question he's asking. You like, no, I just went to the DR. That's a wild response to that question, bro.
Man, you just be jumping off the window sometimes. So what I was saying was I met real-life passport bros, and they were traveling between the DR, Brazil, Colombia a little bit, and a lot of Thailand. And so, no, I don't have a problem with it. And what I feel is a lot of brothers are hurt. They got into relationships and they got hurt, and that's their outlet. But I ain't got no problem with it. It is what it is.
Man, look, do what makes you happy as long as you ain't hurt nobody.
All right. Yeah, yes. All right, Sherman, Texas, where I'm located, is the suburbs of Houston, but it's definitely a working class town for sure. Okay. All right, let's I'm trying to see if anything out. salute to y'all for moving around IRL and getting busy. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I'm lonely over in the black. Hey, can we fix that, y'all? Can we fix that?
That's right.
All right. Other than other side of the chat, I just came from BT.
Hey, we appreciate both of them, the Body Hood channel and the Black Wealth Rebels channel. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to everybody on the Finance Rebel channel.
Black movements fail because they start out wanting impact but end up being settling for influence. Passes. Yo, I've never met Pastor, but I love Pastor. Like,
yo, he's a battle rapper. Yo, that is a bar. He said, "Impact is broken window. Influence are fingerprints on the window." Nasty. That's nasty.
I would agree. Let's see. All right, thank you for sharing.
I got a real life question. Get off here, and it's based on Jamil's last in this Jigga 1017, his last question. But anyway, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What did I miss?
He said Jim and Kamari should apply for some of those Doge positions under the incoming administration. And it made me
let
me hear me out. It made me think about a question, right? You talked about getting resources from one side to kind of make an impact, right? If you were offered a position where you can actually have an impact with people, would you take it under the current administration if they offered you a gig that gave you a little bit of power to help your people? Would you do it considering where you got the job from?
I'll do you one better. I saw somebody say they're applying for a position with Doge to make the IRS better. I want to apply to a position for Doge for the same exact reason. Because people don't realize. Yes. So people don't realize how messed up, especially black folks, because the IRS audits black people more than anybody else. But people don't realize just how impactful the IRS not funding properly or functioning properly impacts everybody.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering. That just made me ask that question, man. But let me stop talking, man. You know, I know I'm a blatherskite, but I just want to get out of here.
All right. That's cool. If you ain't got TikTok, cool. But can you qualify for the contest if you don't have them all?
I mean, he's upfront and honest about it, so I wouldn't kick Diggy out. He don't have faith. You know what I'm saying? He's saying all he got is YouTube. You know what I'm saying? If you have all the platforms, please let's look out for us. But I mean, if you don't, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. We're gonna take care of our folks, man. By the way, we have 2 giveaways. We're giving away actual Bitcoin, and we're about to give away the actual hardware device. We've been on here damn near 3 hours. It wasn't meant to be 3 hours.
Hey, man, we doing God's work.
This is true, man. Y'all got invited to a conversation between me and Kamari that happens all the time.
So, Andolph says y'all don't have Facebook. We just talked about that, actually. We will get one in probably tomorrow.
Yeah, just a stream on it. Yeah, we got to be able to have that just a stream on it. There's nothing else, man.
All right. So, does everybody else want Facebook? What other sites are y'all on? What other social media? Is anybody on Fanbase?
Anybody on Christian Mingle or Farmers Only?
Oh, stop it.
Yo.
I would agree. Detroit Red Devils. I don't understand the context. Give me the context. I know it means something. Jimmy's part of the elite rubbing elbows.
See, listen, hold on. Mark made sure to read that comment. He made sure to read that comment.
Hold on. Jimmy actually rubs elbows with a lot of elites, but I won't share some of his political collects because those are personal conversations.
Now, here's the thing about
Jimmy's well connected.
All right, somebody just brought up Black and Nobel. I actually met Umar at Black and Nobel. That's in the trenches. Where I met Umar isn't the elite. Here's the thing about Umar, right? Let me clarify something though. The Cosby thing is because we went to the same high school. Although I graduated, he got kicked out because he couldn't hack it. But that's another story. The Umar thing, I actually met Umar, and I know people that Umar has helped. The funny thing about Umar is, again, he's the greatest content creator, and it's funny. And I've said this on several occasions. I've known people that he's helped who the system tried to get their kids put on medication, and because of his analysis and his work, he helped not make that happen. And that was back when Umar was actually in the trenches. And
I know that as well.
Umar started in the trenches. Umar became something else, but Umar started, and I can vouch for some of his work. But that was at Black and Nobel where Jamil just mentioned. Black and Nobel was on it's on Erie Ave. That is not the where the elites hang.
Well, it will be soon now when they get that hotel going. But go ahead. It wasn't back then.
I mean, listen. Jennifer
Everything
pulls
changes.
up. Jennifer pulls up everywhere, man. But you know, it is what it is.
All right, his entire concept of why black culture keeps black people down while ignoring so many things and not even really defining what black culture is.
It's very cakey. That was the point I was making earlier. I'm not trying to rehash, but Thomas Sowell is one of the people who would say that we buy too many Jordans and red bottoms. That's some of his analysis.
That's not fair. That's not fair. But you know what?
You know why? Because you're not praising Kamari. If you praise Kamari, he will take his time and slow it down and put on his quiet storm voice and read your entire comment. She found a second way to get your attention, though.
So I'm taking Jimmy off, so it's all about me right now. So even though Kamari is ignoring most of my comments, I appreciate this respectful dialogue among strong brothers. And I'm just playing. I love Jimmy. Jimmy, my homie. That's my man. That's my brother.
She found a second way to get your attention. The super chat.
Hey, listen. Listen, we appreciate you. Calling someone Kiki is wild as much as y'all say pause.
You know, it's got to be followed with a pause, but it's got to be said, though. Kiki pause. That boy Kiki pause.
That's what I mean about seeing the whole broad main. I don't know what you're talking about. We can't wash our hands and folks because they don't agree with our beliefs wholeheartedly. You got to be able to listen to it. So, and I agree with that. However, I do believe a person will show you who they are, and you're the fool if you don't believe who they are. But I get you. Listen, there's a lot of black folks that say crazy things, and I won't discount them. But when they keep doing the same thing time and time and time again, what are you supposed to do? It's like that Chris Rock joke. When the bull got bit by the tiger, you didn't think the tiger was going to go tiger? Well, you didn't think the Negro was going to go Negro when he got a chance? Well, you know.
All right, man, let's get through these comments, man.
All right, sometimes you need it. Some
beliefs
on
he's basically agreeing with you, yeah.
Yeah, just depends on what the beliefs are. Yeah, I mean, listen, we not all the same.
And if we quoting Dr. Umar, he says some of them got to be put down. Dr. Umar on the board for good. Like some got to go for Dominican Kamari. There we go.
What are you talking about?
Because he's talking about you know, being a passport bro.
Oh man. I thought he was going back to the Billy Ocean slander. No,
man. Let's keep it moving, man.
And Omar, we family, so my name starts with a C, brother.
Hey.
But no, that's funny though. And no, I didn't partake in a lot of the escapades. All right, do not like Thomas Sowell because he's a conservative. I mean, funny enough, a lot of black people are conservative. So, like, outside of social issues, black people are very conservative. But
that's a whole show right there.
It is.
I think a lot of it's because of the church, but I'm gonna save it for that show.
I asked because Clear Value said he applied Kamari.
Clear Value Tax?
You know what? That's where I saw it. Yep. If Donnie offered by Secretary of State, Secretary of HUD, I take it as long as I don't have to attend certain events and say certain things.
It looks like the only office you want to get is somebody black.
Yeah. I could definitely help some of my folks in that position, especially with development. I'm on all platforms. Thank you.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's Rochelle? Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. On all platforms, thank you.
There we go, another one.
All right, this is Brother Tracer. Okay. All right, you're on fan base. All right, cool. Make sure you subscribe to the Black Wolf.
Yeah, we on fan base too. Look, we need to make fan base part of our, But
yeah, we got to, and we got to start getting busy over there. Yes, you know what? I caught that afterwards. And thank you, though. Thank you for the clarity. And I know what I'll be talking about too.
The thing is, I have seen it like not that I'll be on there, but people share it on Twitter because people be sharing how.
Listen, are people paying attention to Jimmy's pornography comments?
There you go, man.
You broke down Paul earlier. How you know that?
No, see, he's trying to put me out there, man. He's trying to put me out there.
Listen. All right, JT's on fan base. The hub is wild.
If I was allegedly to be on those sites, it'd be the Ebony. Never mind. Tasty. Never mind. All I'm saying is I've seen content creators that create content. I've seen it on Twitter. People share it. They're starting to put it on there, and a lot of them get views. I was like, what is going on in 2024?
I didn't see comments.
I don't want to see it. I don't want.
So was it her or was it AI? Because a lot of joints they got of her right now is AI.
I don't want to see it.
I'm not a fan of Candace Owens. I think Candace Owens is a serious detriment to the black community, and she lies often. But that's all I got to say. No, listen, Omar, I'm not mad at you, brother. My whole family don't even know how to say my name, let alone spell it. So I'm just joking. I'm just joking around. Top 5 shows of all time. Listen, that says a lot for Don because Don has not missed many of our shows.
At all.
Oh, shout out to the investor.
Okay.
I invested $500 in the fan base looking to cash out. Why cash out? Ride the wave, unless you need the money. Then I mind my business. Jim and Kamari, are you hip to Sherrod?
I'm not hip, so I can't answer
No,
that.
I'm not. Shoot him to us.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with his body of work. All right, man. So here's what we got to decide, man. Kamari, first of all, but while we still talking, man, let's get to the giveaway. Let me see. Are you able to do the giveaway on the StreamYard today? Like, see if it works for you, because you controlling the stream. You know what I'm saying? So for those who comments that we didn't get to, blame Kamari because he controlled the stream, not me.
Damn, all the slander.
No, but
excuse me.
Once he figures this out, we need some like.
What is the link again? StreamYard.
What's a giveaway / giveaway? If you're able to do that, make the hashtag pound cake. That's what we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll pound cake tonight, man. And if you're not able to do that, man, it's gonna be a little interesting.
We are not doing pound cake. You're not gonna use the no.
People said it. Rich put it in the chat, not me.
Can we do something else, sir? Can we not make the hashtag slanderous Saneep, sir?
It's not slanderous, man.
It is.
So by you saying it's slanderous, is you agreeing that has anything to do with you. If you didn't think that had anything to do with you, you know.
What about Granny on the rip app? So can we get another hashtag, y'all? How about
right. See if it works first before we ask for a cash tag. Because if it don't work, I don't know
how about Bitwise?
You mean Big Key, not Bitwise.
Big Key. Sorry, Big Key.
We can do Big Key. We can do Big Key if you want to do
Jeez Louise. I gotta fight for every little bit. All my life I had to fight, y'all.
All my life. What more do you want from me?
Yes.
Hashtag diss track. Hashtag no title. Listen, I'm telling y'all the truth. I told Kumar we do not need a lot of topics. Every time we get on here, we almost at 3 hours. Like this has got to be a record for our live too. By the way,
man, people do 24-hour lives, man. Stop it.
Listen, we ain't Kaiser not, man. I got a life. I got things to take care of. I got
you ain't got nothing to do today. You good?
No, I'm all right. Okay.
All right. I don't want to
hashtag fakey. Buying power lie. Hashtag calls. Hashtag Big Key. Hashtag no title, hashtag diss track. Okay, we got a lot of hashtags in there, man.
Big Key is the topic. I made an executive.
There we go. Big Key. All right, so let me explain this real fast. We have 2 giveaways. The first giveaway is $25 worth of Bitcoin, right? In order to win any of the giveaways, you have to let us know you're still here. If your name is selected, then, right, you have to send an email to, what is the email, Kamari? blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. You can pull that up on the screen. No more inboxing. We are moving this forward. We only are collecting the winners by one way. blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. When you pull that up, if you got to let us know you're here, send us the email and we'll get you paid with the Bitcoin tonight. Now, with the BitKey, same thing. Send us an email, right? And also send us your name on the various platforms. If you don't have a platform, just put next to it. I don't have that platform, but it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon, right? So this is what you gotta do for the big key. This is a big giveaway right here, man, because this thing is, worth from the next piece of change to be giving it away for free. Shout out to our brother Omar. Omar, man, we love and appreciate you. He is the sponsor of this specific big key. We want to give it to the people. Also, make sure you check out Stack Sats or Die Trying so you can learn how to use an actual big key. What I'll say about that is, if you are a subscriber to the Patreon, even on the free tier, you get access to Stack Sats or Die Trying days before it hits the YouTube. So last week's episode was up on like Monday. We didn't hit YouTube till literally this morning. So make sure you subscribe to the Patreon to get access to that content early. Kamari's show that he does like individually will also be early access on the Patreon. Patreon is where we're going to focus and put a lot of our attention to, because there are paid tiers. For those in the paid tiers, after the holidays, you'll get weekly classes. We get business credit. And we're going to bring in guest professors as well to teach our folks who are in the paid tier of the Patreon. Now, let's get busy. With all that being said, it's 10:22. We're going to give you a couple more minutes to put Big Key in the comment section to be entered into the giveaway. Remember, there's only one way to actually get it, which is the one way is to send an email if you win, but you still got to be here. You still got to be here. Well, there's only a number of folks, man. We're getting some more folks in here. There's way more people watching. Some of y'all got chicken is what it is. Y'all like, I don't want to little Bitcoin and BitKey. Or some of y'all are shit coiners. You know what I mean?
Some of you been getting busy.
Let's see. Oh, he's giving Sam a heads up. I won last week, so I won't enter. Thank you. That's okay. I mean, you could have entered again, but Miss Edie, you are confirmation that we do pay the same night, right? And thank you for winning and thank you for supporting again this week, even after last week.
Miss Edie, enter. Please enter. It's a lottery. Enter.
It's a lottery, man. You got to play to win, man.
But no, I appreciate your contribution to the community. I appreciate your consciousness. Most people don't do that.
Listen, man, Kamari, it's funny, right? Because some people get upset because I try to be objective, right? So even if I don't agree with, like Thomas Sowell, I think got a lot of kickiness to him, but I still read the text. I'm reading this one right now, which is kind of a little bit of and I feel like you feel the same way about this brother too. How you feel about this brother right here?
I haven't read his book.
Walter Williams, Race and Economics. So this is one of my current reads. It's a little kickiness.
That name sounds familiar though.
He's also, some people will call him a conservative kind of economist, who's but my thing is I like to read all the text, whether I agree or not, just to see the argument.
But so here's my thing, and you can call this cakey. I don't read everybody. I feel you have to be qualified in order to read. And I'm not saying your authors are not, because I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you've seen Walter Williams, by the way. He's actually from Philly.
And I'm not this.
This is what the brother look like.
But this comment isn't for Walter Williams. I'm speaking generally, right? There's a lot of people out here saying that they're educated on X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. But I feel they're really anti-black as fuck.
I don't disagree. I'm not saying that about this brother. I'm sure.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying I won't read this about anybody just because they're talking about a topic that I love and revere. I get that. Shout out to our brother Akil Parker, the black mathematician. Akil, all this.
I said that way on purpose.
Now, Akil, do us a favor, enter in BitKey.
By the way, Akil, I know you may be just getting here. We're doing a giveaway for a BitKey. It's a brand new unopened BitKey. And Akil, I just saw your text message, so I owe you a call back. My last week with Bitcoin going crazy has had me all over the place. But this is the BitKey hardware wallet. This is what it looks like. This is my personal joint. You know what I'm saying? But we're giving away a free one, courtesy of our brother Omar, who is sponsoring this, man. So in order to be put into this giveaway, right, put hashtag BitKey in the comments section. It will put you in the giveaway. If you win, you have to let us know you're still here. Once you let us know you're still here, send an email. And Kamari, what he's saying is you got blackwealthrebels.@gmail.com. That dot is not part of the email address.
You are correct. Thank you,
That's
sir.
what we're telling you. It should already be in your thing saved from last week. But
it was different from last week. But thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Remember, when you send the email, blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. No dot.
All right, we got 15 entries in there.
Hey, listen, man, one more minute and we are ready to get going. Remember, the first winner, though, is not getting the BitKey. The first winner is actually getting $25 in Bitcoin. And what does that equate to in Satoshis? I'll tell you right now because I have a calculator on my home screen because I stack sats. That's what I do. That's my hobby. All right, so right now, $25 as we speak is 25,860 Satoshis. That's how many Satoshis you'll get if you win this first. All you have to do is send an email with your cash tag. Remember to add your cash tag into that email. That will get you paid out tonight. If you win this, send us an email as well. That's the second drawing, right? And in that email, give us your name on all the various platforms, because in order to win the BitKey, you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Black Wealth Rebels. Follow us on IG, which is The Black Wealth Rebels. TikTok, which is Black Wealth Rebels. And our Patreon. Join the free tier or the paid tier. The difference between the free tier and the paid tier is the paid tier obviously gets more than the free tier in terms of coursework, shows. Me and Kamari got shows that we'll do. We're going to go over some of these topics, even that we came up with tonight. We're going to argue. That's going to be behind the paid tier. Also, classes.
I'm not arguing with you no more. You're not
Hey,
fair.
man, this is arguments in love, though,
You're
bro.
not
You know
fair.
what I'm
It's not
saying?
love. You
Me
lied on
and
me.
you and a lot of other folks is we're going to get off here and, it's all love. We just don't agree on everything. Listen, it's okay. It's okay to disagree. As long as we put our people first, we can disagree. When worse come to worse, my people come first, man. All right.
5 deep quotes. Keep going.
All right.
All right, we got 15 entries. 15.
Let's get it. All right, y'all. Good luck to everybody. Here is the first draw for the Satoshis.
Okay, so you got 10 wallets. I want those stats.
But do you have a BitKey though? Because you talked about the Trezor earlier, and I got some thoughts about some of these other wallets that allow shitcoins on their platform. But if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can look at the whole Stack Sats playlist. Because
Well, Jimmy, real quick before we do it, let's give people a minute. But tell them the power of this BitKey and the difference between this wallet and other wallets.
According to statistics, over 90% of people that buy cryptocurrency, but I'm gonna say Bitcoin because this is a Bitcoin only wallet, they leave it on the exchange, which means whether they're using Coinbase, Gemini, whatever they use, Kraken, whatever it is, I don't use any of those things. And I say that because if you want to know the best platforms to use to buy Bitcoin at the best spreads, go to stacksats.trying. I talk about that. Now, with that being said, when you leave your Bitcoin on an exchange, exchanges are subject to being hacked. They're subject to being shut down. All kinds of things can happen. So in the Bitcoin space, we say not your keys, not your cheese, meaning that you need to take self-custody. One of the most powerful things about cryptocurrency is the fact that I can have control of my assets, right? And I can have it like on my person, and I can move it the way I want to move it. You take full control when you move it to a hardware wallet. There's multiple wallets. There's hot wallets and there's cold wallets. Hot wallet is always attached to the internet. You know what I'm saying? This one, boom, it's not. Shout out to Steve. I see Steve be watching Stack Sats and trying. That is the 3, but I got a big 4 now. I got the big 4. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the 4 horsemen out here. Shout out to Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Telly Blanchard. You know what I'm saying? The originals. You know what I mean? Ole Anderson. Anyway.
Talk about Jimmy Fly Snicker. Talk about Junkyard Dog.
Jimmy Superfly Snicker. I see what you do. I see exactly what you're doing. We could talk about Coco. We could talk about Coco Beware.
All right, because you didn't mention it. We didn't mention any of those things.
I was just bringing up the horsemen, beloved. Like,
you did the whole white man's ISIS quota thing.
Whoa, I did not do that. You want to talk about Booker T?
You listen. You put them up first.
I didn't because I mentioned the 4.
Right.
You see the besmirchment going on right now?
All right, we got 16 entries. Can we get 4 more? You see
the besmirchment? Do y'all see the besmirchment?
No,
if you're watching, go to the comment section, put in hashtag BitKey. All right. So we got a comment from Capo Shiz, the Black Red Auerbach. Oh, I heard that, the Black Red Auerbach. So what I'll say is this. I think the best place to learn about Bitcoin, first and foremost, is by joining our Patreon, even if it's the free tier, and you can watch the Stack Sats or Die Trying. It's a whole playlist. I'm on episode 38 now. 38 drops this week. But if you're looking for a text, the single best book to read is right here. It's called The Bitcoin Standard. It's written, and this one has a foreword by Michael Saylor. by Saifuddin Amos, but it's called The Bitcoin Standard. This is the single best book to read to understand Bitcoin. Outside of Stack Sats and Dot Trying, by the way, but I got a bunch of Bitcoin. And since we keeping it the way we keeping it, here's another book for y'all right here, though. Bitcoin in Black America by Isaiah Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of Bitcoin books over here. You know what I mean? I got a whole Bitcoin library over here, Kamara. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin and the American Dream. Bitcoin. I got The Bullish Case for Bitcoin. I got another copy of Bitcoin in Black America. So, when it comes to Bitcoin, I'm not going to go through all these because I got so many of them. This one right here is a powerful story from Bars to Bitcoin from Justin Redrick. This is a good brother of mine too, man. But his story is about, turning his life around by going down a rabbit hole. So from Bars to Bitcoin. Anyway, but the single best book to learn will be this one here. The
Bitcoin Standard.
Bitcoin Standard. Outside of Stack Sats and Dot Trying, man.
All right, so we are stuck at 18.
It was trash and used to get cooked at everyone. Listen, all right, let's bring up. I was getting ready to say Virgil, but Virgil was cooning a little bit. Virgil had a lot of cakiness to Virgil, man.
All right, so we are doing the drawing now. If you don't have BitKey, hashtag BitKey in the comments, you're gonna miss out.
Good luck. This is hilarious. You win the Bitcoin. Shoot us an email. I'm gonna tell you why. I told you earlier in the week. I was talking to him via text message, and he was like, "Yo, I join every week, but I never win." See, look at how the ancestors work, man.
You never know. You never know.
That's hilarious.
Make sure you send us an email to blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. Let us know what your Cash App handle is so we can get you that chicken today.
That is amazing, yo. Yo, listen, that's how the ancestors work, man. That's how they work. All right, so this next one is the big boy. So, Noble, you win the actual sats. Don't forget to send the email. Send it ASAP. Yeah. Inventing Bitcoin, Young Priester. That's one of them. That's a good one. That's right here. You know what I'm saying? That's right here. You dig? You know what I'm saying? I got that too, I got about at least like 40 books in this library about Bitcoin. I'm not gonna pull them all out, Paul. But you know what I'm saying? Like, put it like this: the bottom line is, if anybody writes a book on Bitcoin, I'm probably going to buy it. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being honest with you. That's how it works.
No, read that comment.
Them ain't my ancestors. They would have. All right, listen, this next one right here, you gotta draw again and kick him out. But
Yep.
This is for the BitKey. Good luck to everybody.
Oh, I didn't kick him out. Oops.
Oh, well, we know he can't win twice, so it is what it is. And the winner is
K Diggy.
K Diggy. Hold up. We know Noble's still here because he commented. K Diggy, are you here? Because K Diggy, if you ain't here, you are not winning this BitKey. And by the way,
K Diggy's always here.
I know K Diggy. K Diggy supports K Diggy, man. We appreciate your support. K Diggy is a huge supporter. Also, K Diggy, send a shout out to Omar, man. Omar is the one. I can't even take credit for it. It was his idea. See, JT sent the email. JT sent a test email before the joint started to make sure the email worked. I got your test email, JT. You know what I'm saying? Sorry you didn't win, but got your test email. K Diggy said he's here. He's a 5-time winner. So K Diggy, you got sats to put on the actual device. You know what I mean? K Diggy, send the email. So we got 2 winners, like Noble and K Diggy. Send those emails. I didn't get an email I got emails from people that didn't win, but not y'all yet. And K Diggy, here's what you got to do. Put your username on the platforms that you subscribe to, and support the Patreon, man. Make sure you on that Patreon too.
I just want to make sure your average logical thinker gets some love. Make sure.
Whoa. Hold up.
What?
Listen, man. Our brother, Pastor Antonio Eubanks, just sent me another $25 and said, give it to the people.
Oh, Pastor is always doing that too.
Always, man. See, this is what I talk about when I say community. You know what I'm saying? This is bigger than Nino Brown. Like, yeah, man, Pass, it's love, bro. It's all love, man. So we about to do another one, Kamari. We got to do another draw.
Well, no, he said let's put 25 on the big key. So should we be sending that 25 to?
Well, the big key's already here. Like we ain't got to do that. The big key is already here.
Well,
the big key is already here. So we ain't got to do that. We're gonna take the 25 and give it away to somebody else. The big key, Omar already put up for this.
But that was not the wishes, sir. So we must clarify.
All right, so Pass, let me know what you want me to do. Because I want to put this out there to Pass that the big key, O already paid for this and O gave it to me. Because listen, O kept it real with me, man, was very powerful and helped inspire me because O said, I appreciate, me helping him in his journey of getting into Bitcoin. And O got in years ago. So O seeing them gains right now. So O was like, I want to find a way to give back. You know what I'm saying?
No.
O said his way of giving back is to give it to the community. So this is what we had. He said his ancestors was racist.
Yeah.
Y'all be tripping out here. All right, so give me something else.
No, I just want to make sure you.
All right, so here's what I want to say. Hey, Diggy, make sure you give a shout out to O in the chat because O donated this. And whoever wins this next $25 is not from us either. It's from Pass. Shout out to Pass. Heat Ministries. Pass is one of the only men of the cloth that hold up. You took the last one down. What you doing?
I messed up.
Y'all see this?
I messed up. All right, we gotta do it again.
Now you gotta make it something else. You can't make a big key again. You gotta make a whole new.
Why can't we make a big key again?
You can make a big key, I guess. I
No. I got it. No. I got it.
All right. So for the next 25, because Kamari effed up, everybody put in there because it's coming from Passer. Hashtag Passer. Put it in the comment section. Hashtag Passer, man. I'm just pulling out books at this point, Kamari. I just want to show off some books. Another classic for you, Kamari. I know you got this one.
I see. What's that? I see.
Yeah.
I do have that one.
I know you do. You better have that one. How about this one, though, good brother? You got this one, though. All right, put hashtag Passer in the comment section if you want to be put into this next one. It's $25. How about this one, Kamari?
Do you know what this is?
Of course I do, man.
Nah, you don't know what this is. So I find it really interesting, right? Because everybody thinks black is just synonymous with America. But the author of this book actually coined the phrase Black Consciousness Movement. And he's an African or continental. Now, I'm still trying to find Bill Brother Bill because I got it. I'm mad I can't pull it out.
Pause.
I'm not pausing for that, man. I'm not doing
I am. Listen, bro, I'm telling you, man, that was wild. And by the way, I'm gonna give you some real talk right now. I know exactly who Stephen Biko is, right? But how I learned about him is literally from listening to Tribe Called Quest.
That's fine.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of like Tribe low key put me on a lot of books and a lot of people. So, I just want to put that out there.
I mean, listen, shout out to Tribe.
You got this one right here?
Shout out to X-Clan. Shout out to KRS-One. They were all conscious and promoting stuff. I don't know that one.
Yeah.
The New Color of Success.
Yeah.
Nope. You got to put me down.
It's about black business. It's about 20. Here, it's subtitles right here.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. Successful black businesses and millionaires. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
I would have thought they interviewed you for that one.
Nah, not yet. I'm working on it. I'm still working on it.
Yo, James said, enjoyed both the Commonwealth. Corey is in the midst of a flight right now. I don't know if he landed yet, but he was when we started it, he was on his way back from Houston, coming to Philadelphia. So he said he couldn't make it this evening. And actually, I'm glad my brother wasn't here because he would have lost it over some of Kamari's comments. But you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go make sure Corey sees some of these comments, man. Look
at you being an instigator. Look at you.
It's all love, bro. It's all love.
Look at you being an overseer. Go ahead.
Yo, besmirchment like crazy besmirchment. All right, y'all. One more minute and we're gonna do this last giveaway. Shout out to Pastor, our brother, for doing another giveaway. Pastor always gives back to our community. And by the way, Kamari, I'm gonna get out the way, man. I want you to see the Bill, brother Bill. You know what I'm saying? You see it right there?
I
For those who
said,
know what Brother
I
Bill
said,
is, I got Kamari going crazy because he can't find his book, man.
yo, listen, it's bothering me, man.
It's from the honorable, legendary Leon Sullivan, who is an absolute beast. You know, one of the architects and one of the heroes. Look, Kamari going crazy. He can't even focus on what's going on because he can't find his book. KRS-One out here booty clapping for Eric Adams now. Whoa, I didn't see that.
Do you have this book? I know you ain't got this book.
I don't.
Do you know who this is?
Who is that?
This is it's funny. This man just passed. But this is Joe Dudley. This is the founder of Dudley Hair Products out of North Carolina. Yeah.
I never read that one.
Yep. So I was blessed to meet him a couple of times. He's done a lot. He did a lot.
This ain't got nothing to do with the conversation, but this I got this one though. I got the Wu-Tang manual by the RZA.
Wu-Tang. All right, we got 11. We got 11 in the chamber. Can we get 12 to get a full clip?
You want to see another classic piece of literature right here?
What's that? Sports
the book
by Jimmy the Blueprint Williams.
This right here is a piece of classic, legendary novel right here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, you know.
So listen, I got to enter the author space, so you know I can join my brother Jimmy.
Listen, man, I'm working on my third one right now.
Damn, talk that talk.
Yeah, it's about Bitcoin and ladies of the evening. No, I'm joking. It's not really about that.
I mean, listen, if ladies of the evening really wanted to, never mind. Let me shut up.
That was a joke. It's about Bitcoin.
I know, but I was thinking it. There's something there to that, though.
Hey, listen, man. I gotta be quiet, man. Kamari got me on this show, like exposing my underworld connections, man. So I gotta chill. With that being said, Stack Sats or Die Trying. You can find the show on our Patreon, Black Wealth Rebels. Let's give away this last 25 bills. Salute to K Diggy for winning the Big King. K Diggy, don't forget to send the email because I respond to you. I gotta figure out where you want me to send it to, bro.
No, Noble won the Big King. Or do I got it wrong?
You got it backwards, beloved.
I got it backwards. Okay.
So Noble was on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, and he gave me his cash. So Noble, as soon as we get off here, your bread is on the way, beloved. Now, with that being said, though, K Diggy, I still didn't get no email, beloved.
Come on, K. Come on.
Yeah, man.
Because if not, we got to come back and rerun it.
All right, so make sure you share your screen with the hashtag so we can do the giveaway. Come on, let's get it.
Absolutely.
Yo, this is a crazy. This is a record. This is a record live for us, man. For me, at least. I know Kamari be. This is norm for him.
No, not at all, man. Not at all. This is a record live for me as well. All right.
Yo, K Diggy sent me the email. K Diggy sent me the email and his address. I was trying to ask him where to send it, but K Diggy put that in the first email. K Diggy, I got you, beloved. I'm going to the post office first thing tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of showings in the morning. Shout out to all the people watching, you know what I'm saying, all across the world. I'll be in Amsterdam on next week. So if anybody is from out there, hit me up. Let's go get a grub. I'll be out there all next week. You know what I'm saying? Catch me at the Red Light District preaching about Bitcoin. Last part was a joke, but I will be out there on next week.
I don't think it was a joke, but okay.
Yo, my queen going with me, dog.
No comment. Was that Steve Biko? Yes, it was Steve Biko. And by the way, so Tribe, yes, talked about Steve Biko. He had a whole song, or they had a whole song called Steve Biko. So.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Tribe, man. Tribe put me on the literature, like just people to look up to. And back then, when I found like people I had to look up, I had to actually go to the library. So,
all right. So we got 11 people in the clip. We can't get one more to make it 12. One more. Going once. Going twice. All right. Well, let's pull the trigger.
Salute the past. Salute the O. Oh, definitely appreciate you, beloved, because this is like an amazing gift to give someone. I'll make sure it's off on its way tomorrow morning for you, K Diggy, and you'll have it, next week, man. Make sure when you get it to share something, so we know you got it. Show us some love on the socials. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Great show, man.
All right, here we go.
Let's see who is the winner. See what I mean about the answer? I mean about the ancestors, man. See,
listen, that's karma. That's karma.
This is also proof positive, right? In a book called "Do You" by Russell Simmons, one of his principles that he lives by is the more that you give, the more you receive. Paul,
I believe that.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't need a pause for that, man. Stop.
No. Yeah, I did. But so sponsors the BitKey giveaway and then wins Bitcoin. This is the ancestors right here, man. Oh, shoot me a text. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make follow the procedure too, man. You my brother and all, man. Shoot us an email. You just sent me an email just to make sure it works. Send me another email with your cash tag, and I'm gonna get you your chicken this evening as well. Shoot me an email on blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. And I know you can already send the email because you already sent the email. He says I'm here. But send me your cash tag via email, and you'll get paid this evening. You know what I'm saying? Noble, you'll get paid this evening. K Diggy, I'll be at the after I show this apartment. I'll be at the post office right after that. Boom, it's off to the races. Next Friday, by the way, we'll be back here again, but we will not be on here for 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? I promise you that. We went all over.
Don't make a promise you can't keep.
I know, bro. I know.
Don't make a promise you can't keep.
When is the Stack Sats meetup? That's an excellent question. We do gotta have a meetup, man. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a bunch of meetups because our meetups are gonna be surrounding our cash mobs, right? We're gonna do something at a black-owned business here in the city. And by the way, we can bring this on the road. If somebody wants to organize it in a different place, I will jump on the plane, as you guys can see, especially to support my folks. So if somebody wants to organize it in their city, we'll pull up. And what we're going to do is when we have the meetups, we're going to spend money with a black business, whether it's a restaurant, a shoe store, a bordello, whatever it may be, we're going to support
bordello.
Shout out to all the black-owned bordellos out there. Y'all hit us up if you want to do a cash mob there. We'll do a cash mob there. And we're going to do a live show, a live meetup and podcast, not 4 hours, but we're going to do a live show from the event. So
it might be 5 hours.
Kumar, we got a question. We got a question for you from the brother Jamil out of Detroit. What up, though?
So I'm not familiar. Put me down. I'm interested. I'm always interested.
Yeah.
But while we're waiting on that, I just want to say salutes to everybody. We got 42 subs on the YouTube channel. How many subscribers do we have on Patreon now, Jimmy?
Let's see. Omar sent me his cash tag. That's what I'm talking about. But let's see. Let's check the Patreon real fast. Where is my other phone at? It's on my other phone. But anyway, real quick, I did want to say one more thing, Kamari. This judge looked up Comer Cottrell. He's actually had a hair care company. And he's responsible for bringing the Jerry curls to the black community. That was his product that he created. So,
wait a minute. You mean to tell me it wasn't Soul Glow?
So there is that.
Wow.
Hey, we got 28 folks now on our Patreon, man. We got some paid members, some free members. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate that, man.
We definitely appreciate you. We're going to show up for y'all.
Love it, love it, love it. This is dope.
That's funny. That's wild. That is wild. All right, y'all. We cooking. And we ain't going to stop. So I only asked that question just so we can bookmark this place and time.
Yes.
It's important to memorialize things in our time here.
Oh, we're going to grow this pause. Like it's definitely going to be
you don't need a pause for that, Jimmy. Can you stop?
Get your mind
out together.
It's my subconscious, man.
I only have one thing that I agree with Lord Jamar about. And it's the whole idea about pause.
I mean, that's on you. I mean,
Listen, if you ain't thinking about that, then why does it even matter?
My when I say something that sounds
your subconscious is thinking about that. I mean, you just said that.
Here I said, I can't help myself. Something sounds crazy. If something sounds crazy, it's not about thinking about anything, man.
You said your subconscious thinks.
My subconscious makes me say that because something sounds crazy. Mm-hmm. And what you said sounded crazy.
Okay.
Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you guys, especially y'all. Some of y'all was with us for the whole 3.5 hours, which is insane. But it's nothing but love. We love and appreciate all of y'all, man. Next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be on all the various platforms. We stream from all of them just to make sure we get enough people, to bring it in. So we got the Bodyhood YouTube page, Black Wealth Rebels YouTube page, and we got the Finance Rebel YouTube page. Also Facebook as well, Bodyhood and Kamari's page. I'll bring that up because the Black Wealth Rebels is what a lot of folks should be doing. If we're working in the same space, even if we don't agree on everything, let's work together, right? Bodyhood and the Finance Rebel coming together to create the Black Wealth Rebels is something else that's going to be time-stamped because we decided to combine all of our resources and work together. You know what I mean? So
that is a fact.
So make sure you hit us up on the Black Wealth Rebels, man. And make sure you check out all of our IGs too, because Kamari has inspired me to create content literally every day. Y'all know I fell off social for a while. I was out here getting to the bag and minding my business. But Kamari said I got to share my message specifically revolving Bitcoin because most of the people in the space don't look like me. So, I took Kamari's words. That's my brother. Even though we argue, I was like, he's right. So so make sure you check out all my shorts and reels because I'm going crazy right now.
So I'm going to have to find this clip and put it out there because Jimmy has never said that before, and I'm sure he will never say it again.
That is BS, yo. I'll give you as a matter of fact, here's what I want you to do. This also shows you that my brother Kamari didn't even watch my videos. The last video.
I saw it. You had your shirt. You had my shirt on.
Outside of having your shirt on.
You said my name. And you said my name. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I watched everything.
Not only was I wearing your merch.
Everything.
Not only was I wearing your merch, I said my brother Kamari told me I gotta create. I actually put it on a video.
Okay, so I gotta do two. I gotta get up two clips. Maybe that'll make it for all the besmirchment today.
No besmirchment, bro. But you gotta admit that what you said was kind of cakey, Paul.
It was not. And stop. Oh my God. Can somebody?
All right, y'all. Listen.
We're gonna sign a petition.
One last comment. My brother Akil from All This Math, man.
Where we going?
He said, "Pause is the black version of That's What She Said" by Michael Scott. It's hilarious and high schoolish, man.
Okay.
And by the way, That's What She Said. I was saying that too, but I didn't actually get it from Michael Scott. But he's the originator. I got it from Brooke Davis from One Tree Hill. But that's either here or there.
So Big Patmo said next week was a marathon. We going live.
That's for the young boys. The young boys be out here doing that. I don't know about that, though.
Listen, there's a whole strategy around that to get your channel monetized too. So
I believe it. It's the old what's the Jerry's Kids,
or the Ethiopian fundraisers. But let's go. So
all
listen,
right,
I appreciate
JT here the whole time too. Salute JT. We appreciate all the super chats, the subscription. JT definitely is supporting us, man. And JT, man, we gotta get JT on one time to talk about because I'm gonna tell you something about JT real quick, and I'm getting out of here.
Pause.
I don't know what you're pausing right there. See, you don't even know how to say the pause. Anyway, let me say. I want to get because I don't know if I ever told this to JT, right? But I was in precious metals like years ago. Like now I'm so far into Bitcoin now that I'm just somewhere else with it. But one of the reasons I was able to get into Bitcoin was because of my love of precious metals and studying of precious metals. And I used to do a lot of precious metals content on YouTube. And one of my inspirations was JT, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Because he's down with the precious metals.
Not only was he down with the precious metals, JT was one of the only black guys on YouTube doing precious metals.
Correct.
When I search around other people doing precious metals content, it was me and a bunch of pale people. And then I found JT's channel. I was like, oh, it's somebody else that actually is into this, So shout out to JT for that. So it's a full circle moment that he subscribes to the Patreon, man.
But real quick on JT, right? He actually makes rings and all kinds of jewelry.
On precious metals, yeah.
And he teaches people how to do it on the low. So I've been trying to interview JT for a minute. We just couldn't connect. But yes, we need you on, JT, ASAP.
Yeah. All right, y'all, man. Listen, see y'all next Friday, 7 p.m. Check out all the socials for the winners. The ones that won actual Bitcoin, you're going to get that in the next 10 minutes. K Diggy, the big key is on his way tomorrow, and I'm gonna send you the tracking number because I don't want no smoke there too. I want Omar to know that is, and you gotta let Omar know that you got the big key. Other than that, man, we'll be back in next week. We're gonna give away some more Bitcoin next week as well, man. Shout out to our brother Pass, always giving back to the community, man. And make sure you support Pass at Heat Ministries, found it on Facebook. Other than that, man, I got nothing to say. Kamar, you got anything to say if we get out of here, man?
No, sir. Listen, I appreciate you all. Love you all. Listen, even if we disagree, I still love you all. This is a safe place. And I will see you all next week.
One more time for the road, Kumar. I always step on your outros, man. But I got to say this one more time. Black queens forever. Nobody's never.
Listen, if we're going to do it, we got to do it right. We got to give the brother his props, right? I mean, we can't. That's his.
Black queens forever,
for
snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Good night, y'all.
Love y'all. Peace.